All right, let's get this buddy in here. Oh fuck, this isn't Dean. Wrong person. I literally added the wrong person. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
was,
think of the
I was
confetti
watching
apparition. I
that.
clicked the wrong person. That was unfortunate.
I saw that. How you doing,
Oh my god.
Parker?
How was your live today so far, bro?
Oh, it was up and down. I don't know. I was doing all right. How about yourself?
It's going pretty well so far. Hopefully we can continue doing this so far. But yeah, everyone, if you do disagree, if you think that being gay is wrong, make sure to send a guest request right now. You already know how the co-hosts operate. We're going to be running up some debates real quick. We generally do like the one-on-one. We might add in like, try to change up the convo every once in a while. Again, if you like the content,
Thank you for
follow
the
us. If you
galaxy
haven't already, we
chess.
go live literally every single day, both of us. Again, if you like the content, follow. Tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 1.5 million likes. Chase, I appreciate the galaxy. We're going to go on to the first person here again. If you think that being gay is wrong or immoral, make sure to send a guest request right now, y'all. All right, let's get someone up here.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Disconnecting from awesome. Y'all sound fucking stupid.
Oh, we
How
got an
old are you?
emotional man. We have an emotional man.
Yeah, you're fucking stupid because you don't let nobody talk. All you want to do is talk and disrupt everybody when you hear the truth.
So what is the truth? What is the truth?
What are you doing?
Seth?
Report me?
I'm
Go for
also
it.
guessing he's old
Go
enough
for
because
it.
he has 2003 in his
Go for
name.
it,
So I
Sue.
think we're getting that point.
Dude, did you go to school? You said Sue?
All right. So Seth, what is the truth? Why is it wrong to
Said
be gay?
fucking Sue.
Yeah, I did. I did say Sue.
Just know
right?
that just because you don't like other people's opinions, you don't like other people's opinions, that doesn't mean disconnect them because you don't like hearing their opinions.
Seth.
I'm not disconnecting you right now
Because that's
because
exactly
I
what
like
you did.
hearing the emotional men speak on my live. You want to know what? It's so funny. You just come up here so pissed off. I didn't even do anything.
Yeah, what
I'm
I'm
just
saying
sitting here
is
chilling.
every time somebody joins his live, he doesn't. Well, yeah, y'all don't like to let nobody talk. So
All
every
right,
time somebody says the
Seth.
truth,
Why is
y'all
it wrong to
disconnect
be
them.
gay?
Hold up his connection. It's got to get here. Give him a minute. Give him a
Thank you for
minute.
the
Oh,
anarchs.
he just left himself. Seth, man. Come on. Send a guest request
Seth.
back, bro. Come on, Seth.
Seth, man.
Seth,
We're back,
bro.
Seth. Oh, he's back. He's
Oh,
back. He's
wait.
back.
He's still in the live. It's just his internet is so bad. It's just not even
Oh, wait,
connecting.
really? No, wait, you didn't like re-accept
I
him?
never re-accepted him.
I've
He's
never
still in the
seen
live.
that happen. I've never seen that happen.
Yeah, he's still
Honestly,
in here.
this is a really good argument.
Oh, he just dipped. He just dipped. Come on, Seth. Send a guest request back, man. We want to accept you back. We want some emotional men day. Come on.
This is like the best argument I've ever heard, man.
Come on, Seth. Send a guest request, bro. I'm waiting. All right. In the meantime, we'll accept someone else. If we see Seth in the guest box, we will get him up here. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Let me look for Seth before we go. Okay, I don't see him. We're going to go to the next person, everyone. All right.
Alrighty, mate.
All righty, mate. All righty.
Crikey.
Crikey. Yeah, I can't. For some reason, it's not accepting this person. Wait, let me get a W peen in the comment section, everyone, right now. W peen in the comment section.
While Parker's looking for a new guest to get up here, WP in the comment section. I hope everyone is enjoying the stream so far. What's up, Jonathan? How old are you, man?
I'm 17. Dean, I don't
18
think
plus.
I'm not sure.
18 plus, bro.
Oh,
18
really?
plus.
Fuck.
Yeah, wait. By the way, those two people, right? Today might be one of the best days to get them on, right? Those two individuals.
Oh, that'd be a great day to get them.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
What's your birth year?
I don't agree with gay.
Okay, I'm assuming that they're just trolling.
That is a troll. Their name is Rose.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18,
What's your birth year?
2004,
What month?
April.
Okay, you did the math wrong, my guy.
What? No.
Yeah. You did the math wrong, buddy. That's truly unfortunate. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Keep tapping that screen. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 51, almost 52.
For sure. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes, I do.
Why so?
I'm coming from a Christian Protestant point of view.
Okay, so how do you know that Christianity is true to then imply that being gay is wrong by virtue of
Right,
Christianity
because-
being true?
That's the case. Like, we got to prove that, does God exist or he doesn't exist? Like, if God exists, then the Bible is true, right? Like, so for me, like, I believe in the law of cause and effect.
Hold up. Chat, he said 18. Y'all are not listening. Sorry, seriously.
No, like, I believe in the law of cause and effect. You know, that to me, God is the cause and we are the effect. Like we were created by God. And I know from a naturalistic point of view, like they agree in a similar stance, but to me, nothing comes from nothing.
Okay, so you can make
Go
a
ahead.
claim that there could be like a prior state of a naturalistic set of fundamental particles in which could
I,
have the necessary properties to bring about this reality rather than another one. So it is
I
the case that
absolutely believe that because of
it can come from something, and that something is not a god, right? So you indicating that there needs to be something that caused the universe. That something doesn't have to be God. Why do I have to believe that then it's your God particularly?
because the only thing written about it is Genesis 1:1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
So
Like,
that's a
do
claim
you
in the
have
Bible. How do I know that the Bible is accurate in prescribing anything?
right? Because God created us. Like we are created beings. Like God, like something comes from something. Like something creates something. Nothing creates nothing. So that's my first point. But
Hey,
go
G, did
ahead.
you listen to anything I just said to you in response?
I did
Yeah. So I said that again. The something doesn't have to be God. Why do you say it's God?
because he says it is.
Okay, so in the Quran it says it's that God, right? Are they true? Are they accurate?
No.
Okay, so then how do you know that you're accurate?
Okay, well, let's go to the Quran. Okay. The Quran was written 500 years after Christ, and it was
A bit more
Muhammad.
than that. A
It
lot more
was
than that, actually.
was it more than that?
Yeah.
It was like 500
Or wait, no,
AD.
actually, it might have been. Actually, it was. Yeah, it was 600. It was not. I'm tripping. My bad.
Yeah. So like
I was thinking wrong.
so Muhammad, over a period of 23 years, saw visions supposedly from God, and his followers after 23 years wrote the Quran from memorization, right?
Yeah, because they were pushed to memorize it.
Yes.
Yeah, so like my point is that if the Quran makes a claim that they know know what caused us into existence, and you make the claim that you know what caused us into existence, how do we know which one is right and which one's wrong?
Well, Genesis 1:1, can I go back to that real quick? Like Genesis 1:1, would you agree that time, space, and matter, like, you know, is our existence? Like, you can't have existence without time and space and matter. Would you agree to that?
So you can have time, space, and matter. You can have existence without time, space, and matter, even under your
Okay,
view, because
okay,
God
well,
isn't
I'm curious
matter,
about that. Like, what do you
and
mean, like,
God
you
isn't
can have
matter.
existence out of time, space, and matter?
I'm saying under your view, you can have
Yeah.
existence without matter, as God is outside of the context of matter, right?
In my view, like
He's immaterial, right?
in the beginning, which is time, God, right, created the heavens and the earth, created the heavens, space, earth,
Wait, so G,
matter.
this is actually irrelevant because you're just describing to me things I already know. I grew up Christian, Dean grew up Christian. We already know particularly that you believe that Jesus, right, like just spoke the world into existence. We understand
Yes.
your worldview, right? The point I'm getting to is how do you know that your worldview is accurate?
Okay, that's just my first point.
How do you know it's accurate?
Like the second point, do you agree with the law of thermodynamics?
Can you just justify why it's accurate? If not, I'm just going to go on to the next person.
What do you mean? Like I'm trying to justify why I believe what I believe. Like I'm not trying to be argumentative. Like I'm trying to show
So
you
the
I
law of I
believe what
do
I
believe in the
believe for
laws
a
of
reason.
thermodynamics. Yes.
Like if I can't prove God, then why does the Bible exist? Would you agree with that?
If you can't prove the God of the Quran, why does the Quran exist?
No, no, I'm not talking about.
If you can't
I just
prove the God in
disprove the
Mormonism, why does the
Quran.
Book of Mormon exist? If
The
you
Book
can't
of
prove the
Mormon
God of
doesn't
Hinduism, why
exist.
does the God of Hinduism exist? I mean, not the God of Hinduism. The Hindu scriptures exist. My bad.
Okay, so let's take it one at a time. The Quran, right, was written by a prophet who killed over 3,000 people, supposedly a prophet, who said that you can lie in two different ways. Like if you can lie to preserve yourself, or you can lie to infidels, people who don't believe in the Quran, that are not Muslim. You can lie to them.
I don't think that's necessarily true. Can you tell me where in the
No, that is
book
true.
it says that?
I think it's 288 and 299.
288? What 288?
What's the relevance?
I don't know.
No,
honestly.
like you guys, like I'm trying to.
Chase, thank you for the Venmo.
You guys to see, because I can't get you to see that God is correct unless I can prove God.
Man, you're not
Would
really
you
like
agree with that?
you're
Yeah,
not
can you
really
prove
doing
God, though?
much to like prove or justify God.
No, like I need to prove God
Becca, thank
in
you for
order
the
to
hearts.
prove my point.
Well, right. So let's actually put some critical thought into this.
Go ahead.
So you're saying that being gay is objectively wrong because it says so in the Bible. So there's two ways to kind of refute this notion. The first one would be my way. That I like to do this. I just like to argue the text of the Bible. But Parker's way is going to be a bit more effective, right? Because being gay isn't going to be objectively wrong, even if it says so in the Bible, unless your God exists, right? Because if your God doesn't exist, then I'm just as likely to take the words of the Bible's objective moral facts as I am to take the words of Dr. Seuss in his book Green Eggs and Ham as objective moral fact, because they don't have divine inspiration. So all he's asking you to do is to justify the divine inspiration.
So, okay, the divine inspiration of God. I have to prove God in order to do that.
Right. So now we see where his question, prove God exists, comes from.
Right. So that's what I'm trying to do.
So try harder.
So, like, do you believe in the law of thermodynamics?
I sure do.
Okay. The second law says order turns into chaos.
Yeah, from a
Right.
spontaneous process, the entropy of the universe increases. Yes, it does.
Yes. So for me, and like I said, I've got two more points I want to point out. But like for me, when I was in like earth science in college, and I learned about the law of thermodynamics,
And
like
how
I
does this
remember,
prove your God?
well, yeah, because I believe in God. Like I remember thinking that like Noah.
I got a question, homie.
Go ahead, bud.
How does the second law of thermodynamics prove that the Christian God exists?
Yeah, for me, okay, I'm trying to tell you. For me, like I remember like Noah, like Adam, like Methuselah, like they lived to like 800 and 900 years.
Do we have any evidence of
Would
this?
you?
What's
Yeah,
the
from the
relevance to
Bible.
the second law
That's
of the
what I'm trying to get at.
thermodynamics?
Like you got to prove God in order to prove what I'm saying.
No, homie. Okay.
Yeah, but you can't prove God. That's the point.
Yes, you can.
You can't prove
God.
something that's contradictory. Prove a
Like,
squared circle
tell me,
exists.
okay, tell me. You guys tell me.
No,
okay?
I really want to know what the second law of thermodynamics did there. What did
It
that
is
do there?
order into chaos. That's what law of entropy, law of thermodynamics, like that. Like
What does that
order
have to
into
do with the
chaos.
God?
Like you guys don't agree with that?
No, but what does that have to do with the God? Saying that like the entropy of any given like molecule or atom increases as the universe ages and expands, how does that support the notion of a God?
But you guys wouldn't let me finish.
Well, you kind of wrapped in like Adam and Moses and their
Yeah,
ages.
no, Adam and Methuselah, like they lived to 800 and 900 years. Like we live.
You're just
for
not
how
fluent in
long?
Japanese.
Hold
Dean.
on. We live
Fucking
for how
apparently.
long? We live for how long?
Like
80
typically
years
speaking,
at
like
best?
77 years. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you use the law of thermodynamics, we have gone from diseases,
Thank you for the
pestilences.
galaxy.
Like we have gone from living from 800 and 900 years to like 80 years.
So, okay. So first of all, this has
You don't
nothing to
believe
do
that?
with like the second law of thermodynamics, right? This has
Yeah.
nothing
Okay.
to
And
do with
then
that
my third
whatsoever.
point.
And then my critique on your second point is that had nothing to do with the second law of thermodynamics. And then also, no, these individuals did not live for 800 years. We have no like archaeological evidence to support this notion. We have no like observations to support this notion. There's no like academic studies or scientific research done that would support that notion. And the only thing that does support that notion would be text from the Bible. But like we're quite literally asking you to show that the text of the Bible is correct by proving divine inspiration.
Yeah, so it'd just be circular.
Right. So you're
cause
using
and
the Bible
effect.
to justify the Bible, and that's
So cause and
circularity.
effect is one. Like you guys have no idea what caused the effect. I
Wait, that
do.
doesn't mean God. That's called the God of the gaps fallacy. You're saying because something
Okay.
is unexplained, it means it's God.
And the
Not to
third
mention that an
thing
infinite regress would still be applicable to
are,
God, right? What caused God?
hold on. The third thing are morals. Like if like you can go to any culture, any people group, anywhere in the world, and murder is wrong. Would you agree with that?
Well, because
No.
by definition, the definition is that murder, right, is unjustified killing. So
Yes.
unless they considered it, they would consider it a justified killing if they considered it good, right? So what we consider to be murder wouldn't always be considered murder to other individuals. We have disagreements on abortion, right? Do you think that killing a zygote is murder?
What I think about, okay, so now you're trying to divert, okay?
I'm literally what, dude?
No,
If that's me
you got
diverting, then
one
his
argument.
whole point was diverting.
Let's stick on the point, okay? And I'll get back to the abortion thing. So murder is wrong. The unjustified killing of another human being.
Because
You
wrongness
can go
is like
to
because
any
wrongness is
people
going
group,
to be
any
like
village,
wrongness is
anywhere in
necessary
the
for murder.
world and know that that is wrong.
Right? No, because it's like it's said in the definition of murder that it's unjustified.
No,
right?
not a definition. Like
Yes, it
who are
is.
we to say something is
Wait, I have
right
a
or
question.
wrong?
Is killing, sorry, is unaliving a human wrong everywhere in the world?
Is what now? I'm sorry.
Unaliving another human wrong anywhere and everywhere in the world?
No, like okay, so like I was in the military, right?
So no.
And I had to kill people, right?
So obviously, unaliving another human isn't wrong
Yeah, like
everywhere
that
in the
wasn't
world.
wrong. Like
Right.
I had to
So,
do
and the
that to
reason that
survive. I
murder
had
is
to
going to
do
be
that for
wrong
my
in most
buddy.
places in the world is because it's
But like,
necessarily presupposed that it's unjustified.
so like what you're saying, like what I'm talking about is murder. Like if I were to go to somebody's house
It's
and kill
implied
them
that
while
it's
they're sleeping,
unjustified. Homie,
that's
under the definition
unjustified.
of murder, it's implied that it's unjustified.
Exactly.
So therefore, this is going to be wrong in every culture and society because every culture and society would only
But
classify
who
the
says
unaliving
it's
another
right
humans
or
as
wrong?
unjustified.
If there are morals,
Unjustified
that's
equals
my third
unjustified.
point.
Yes.
If there are actually morals, like murder is actually wrong, then there is a moral lawgiver.
Not
So who are
necessarily.
we to
Yeah, the
say
moral
that there
lawgiver is
are?
us.
Right.
Go
It's
ahead.
called subjective morality.
Or even objective morality that
No,
doesn't rely on
subjective.
a god.
Okay, go ahead.
Wait, actually, if he believes in subjective, if he believes in a moral lawgiver, he believes in subjective morality too. It's just God determines it. So I have no
No,
moral authority. It's just whatever
objective.
God's preference is.
It's not subjective. It's objective. Like
Okay, can I
God.
ask a
So
question?
God doesn't give the truth of the proposition when it relates to morality. God simply perceives it the same way that you would say one of us perceive it.
God placed that within our hearts. The Bible talks about that.
Can I
To
ask you a
know
question?
right from wrong. Like we know that lying is wrong. We know that
Some people don't.
murder is wrong. We know that
Some people
Wait,
don't.
is
stealing
lying
is
wrong in all
How do we
circumstances?
know that?
Is lying wrong in all circumstances?
Is lying wrong in all circumstances? I would say no.
No,
So
it's
therefore,
not
we
wrong.
don't know that line's wrong.
Yeah, in
No,
all
because
circumstances.
there are instances where like you're trying to preserve life or you're trying to um you know trying to like um make a right a wrong. Like so like no, like I get what you're saying.
How do you feel
And
about like societies that thought like p-threodiophilia was okay?
you believe what?
So for societies in the past that just like knew that p-threodiophilia was okay, I feel like this would like discredit your notion that like God's real because we all know what's right and what's wrong. Because it seems as if that was wrong, yet they didn't know it.
No, they knew it was wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Specifically implied
I mean,
that
come on,
cultures
man.
thought it was okay.
Okay, me as a grown man, right? I'm. I don't mean. I don't. If there are like ladies on this thing, I don't want to say. But like, if you as a grown man want to hurt a child, you know that's wrong.
No, society's
So they didn't
literally
think
thought
it
that
was
it
wrong at
okay.
the time. They thought it was completely okay. Right? They actually thought it was
You're talking
preferable.
about Muslims,
No, I'm talking about
like
even.
Muhammad, like he had a 9-year-old
That's
wife. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so I mean that would be one thing, but it's also applicable within the context of Christianity. Christianity, we're talking about like Mary. Mary is literally thought to be 12 through 15, 12 through 16, right? And God impregnated her.
She was a virgin. Yes.
Okay, so, well, I mean, we would dispute that one too. When it relates to this idea, clearly speaking, it was the case that if we look at the Bible, there's many connotations in which, again, because this was the expected ages at the time, 12 through 16 was like the common age of a Jewish girl at the time to get married. So it was
Yeah.
common for them to get married to like adult men. That was in the context of like the biblical setting.
How many continents are there?
There are 7, dude. Seriously, I graduated college. I have a BSSW.
Okay.
Like seriously, come on with something.
All
Yeah,
right,
Dean,
sorry.
stop being so rude, man.
Like that's just dumb. I'm trying to have an actual conversation with you guys.
So real, Dean. That was disrespectful.
I'm sorry for disrespecting you, G.
Thank you. Like, can I tell you my 4th reason for believing that God exists?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, and that's just my observation. Like the other 3 were, the 2 for the law of the universe, and a third one for C.S. Lewis actually made that. The moral lawgiver. The 4th reason I would actually say that that God exists is the universe, just the universe itself. Like if you were to take our galaxy, we have over 300 million or 300 billion. I can't remember if it's million or billion stars within our galaxy, the Milky Way, right? So, and if you take that into effect of all the different solar systems within that galaxy, I mean that's just huge. And
Okay,
then
so
if you
first
take
of all, there isn't 300
take
million or 300 billion stars in the Milky Way. There's
it's like
100 billion
300
stars.
billion
No,
stars.
it's 100 billion. Thank you for the
Okay,
sunglasses.
100 billion. And then I don't have a computer in front of me. I'm trying to go off what I'm saying. And so, like, if you take the universe, it's like 200 billion or 200 billion trillion.
Okay, dude, I'm sorry, man. I'm just sorry. Dude, thank you for the sunglasses. I appreciate it. We gotta go into the next person, chat. I'm sorry, dude. That was just fucking brutal. That was so fucking brutal, chat. That was so brutal. Oh my gosh. Thank you for the hand, I appreciate it. Yo, what's up?
come
How
on,
old are
man.
you?
18.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think both of you are horrible debaters. Extremely bad faith.
All right, prove that by
Appreciate the
beating
hand
us
art.
in a
Thank you so
debate.
much. Would you
So
like
why
to
is it
would
wrong
you
to
like to
be
give me
gay?
a reason?
Well, especially you, Parker. The last topic, it was just completely pointless, mostly.
Usually it's my head on the chopping block.
Me saying it's wrong to say slurs as someone who's not a part of the community is somehow a bad thing? Oh my god, you said slurs is
No,
bad.
no,
Ah!
no.
Ah!
That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. It's more like it's such an obvious thing, but it's like you're doing this for the brownie points. I really don't understand why would you even do that. Like,
Because I think that saying slurs is bad for people who are not a part of the community.
yeah, I'm pretty sure most people know that's bad.
Can I ask a
Like,
Then
who are
question?
you trying to
why do
catch?
so many people send requests in my comments in my
I have
debates?
no
Why
idea.
do so many
Some
people
of
do
them are
that?
even trolling.
Because they don't, no, because all of them fucking believe it.
Do you
They
mind-
literally believe it. It's okay.
Do you mind if
That's the
I
whole
ask?
point of do this debate.
Do you mind if I ask a question real quick, Doc?
Sure.
From like 1 to 100, how many tears are falling out of your lipid glands right now?
What?
How many tears are falling out of your lipid glands right now. Your tear.
0.
I find that hard to believe.
Maybe. I mean, I have been raging over this because it's just so
Your testosterone.
disingenuous
Your-
and bad. It's
your-
just it's
your
just crazy.
testosterone. Thank you for the galaxy eye.
How was I being disingenuous in bad faith?
I mean, you definitely knew more than you think you, or at least you show you do.
I know more than I show I
And
do.
you
Okay, I
definitely
use
were
different
saying a lot of
terminology on live so that people can understand. Yeah. How is that
no.
disingenuous for me to use different terminology so that people can understand?
What?
Yeah, I use terminology so that people can understand. How is that a bad thing? How is that disingenuous?
That's I never said about terminologies. That's not what I mean.
You said I know more than I am showing.
Yeah, when
Appreciate the hand art.
when you talk to the person, as in
Yeah, I have to.
they give you a good statement. Like they give you a good statement, and you act like you don't really know,
What statement? Can you give me an
or you
example?
deflect it into something else completely.
Can you give me an example?
I already fucking forgot. This shit is so fucking rage inducing. Swear to God.
It sounds like you're just emotional then for no reason.
Very emotional, man.
Yeah,
Do you
is
think
that
it's
is
wrong
that
to be
bad?
gay?
No, I'm saying for no reason. Like you're being irrationally emotional right now.
No, 100% I wasn't. I wasn't.
Do
Look,
you think it's
I just
wrong
had
to be
this
gay?
one. I have a few questions, but I have this one. It's for both of you, actually. Do you think, or actually no, is it possible for you to change your opinion
Yes.
on
Yes.
the last time? What would it take?
On what topic? Sorry.
The last one, because this topic is
The last one I did.
pretty boring. Yeah.
What? Then why'd you send a guest request for this topic if you don't disagree, man?
No, I did for the last one, but I never got
Well,
it.
then
So
you can send a guest request on that one.
I
But,
did, but I
I mean,
didn't
But
get
yeah, my opinion has changed on that. I probably in the past didn't think it was bad. Now I think it is bad.
to. All right. What about you, Dean?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of, think it's pretty bad to use slurs. So
No. Do you think you could change your opinion about a topic or the last topic as the slur one?
no, probably not. Thank you for the hand arts.
Yeah, like I don't see me changing my stance from the one that I currently hold, but I did change it.
Right. So did I.
All right. So this is the part where I'm like,
How many
that it
continents
was
are
kind of
there?
a useless thing to talk about, because what you said about a slur only to be used by a particular
How old are
community.
you? How old are you?
18. I already said 18.
What year were you born in?
2005.
Are you still in high school?
No.
How many continents are there?
7.
Name them.
Fucking Africa, Europe, Asia, what's it called? North America, South America,
Thank you. I
uh,
appreciate it. Thank you.
Antarctica. I think that counts. I'm not sure. And then the other one, I fucking forgot. The one under or up.
Up.
For the
Yep,
hearts.
the one up. The one up. I agree. So real.
So real.
All right, cool. Where was I? Yeah,
You're doing
you know
good.
what I
You're
said.
doing good. You're doing good, guest. No, you're doing good. You're doing great. No, you're doing phenomenal. Thank you for the
Yeah.
superpower.
So can you explain how we're disingenuous? Appreciate the head mustache. Appreciate the superpower. Thank you.
No, hold on. I'm going somewhere with this. Yeah,
Holy
I said.
shit, bro. That's so
Holy
loud.
fuck.
Thank you so
That
much
is
for the fine
horrendous.
witch. Thank you so much, W, and thank you for the galaxy as well, W.
Yeah,
go
thank you
first.
for the galaxy. I appreciate it. Hi, thank you so much.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
any,
you're
any
on track.
reasoning here, Doc?
Parker's opinion is on the slurs thing. Can't use it unless you're that community, right? Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Thank
If you want to
for the
debate, if you want to
fireworks,
debate on
Zach.
that, come on that
Thank
time. I'm
you.
just asking you how I'm disingenuous.
I would have we would have to go back to that topic. I would have to see how
All
you
right.
interact with
I'll
other
see you
people.
then.
Because
Appreciate it, man.
you are a bitch.
Oh, the sad
Thank you for
tears
the
of
money gun. I
emotional
appreciate
men.
it. Thank you so much. We love emotional men.
Oh, we love them.
Yo, what's up? How old
Welcome
are
in.
you? Hello?
I need to move on to the next guest.
All right, yeah, we are going to go to the next. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates, y'all. Everyone
the
tap that
meantime,
screen in the
guys.
meantime. Fucking 1.5 million likes. Follow me and Dean, everyone, right now. You better fucking follow. Literally
Hit
right
the follow
now.
buttons. Hit the follow buttons. On
Did they
Parker and
respond,
Monica.
Dean?
I don't think no, they didn't.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 31, bro.
For sure. Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I'm just gonna put it out here quickly. You'll have to excuse my accent. I'm from Australia, so it probably sounds like I've been hit by a car. So my apologies. I'm trying to. Are you
Think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, we're not gay.
Are you asking why is it wrong to be gay, or are you asking people why it's wrong to be gay?
Look at the question. It's over, Parker.
He just asked the same question 2 times in a row. Are you
I
asking
did.
why people it's wrong to be gay or
No, man. Hello, Ty. How old are you?
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Very nice.
My ex is from Australia. It's unfortunate, mate. It's unfortunate.
Fortunate, mate.
Unfortunate. Like I can't do
mate.
an Australian accent. It's British accents are so much easier.
Just say "rise up lights" really fast, and it'll sound like you're saying razor blades in Australia.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 36.
Hi, up, blades. Yo, what's up? How old are you? All right, sorry,
I'm
say it
30.
again.
I'm 36.
Yeah, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
I do think it's wrong to be gay. I can't lie and say no because I was raised that way. I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys could tell me, oh, you were raised that way, so it's probably wrong. But I will say this. You guys do lean on science, correct? For your understanding of
Correct.
it's okay to be gay. All right,
Oh no,
so
not for it's okay to be gay. Us saying it's okay to be gay is off the basis of our particular morals, like our preferences. Right? So it's not going to be
right.
considered right or wrong to be gay the same way it's not right or wrong to be straight. It simply just is.
Okay. And I see Dean a lot of times. He leans on science mostly to make a lot of arguments. I would say the only
To make
way that,
arguments.
and maybe, well, it's just more like a debate. I don't mean to say like he's arguing, but
No, I'm agreeing with you.
We're just saying that the foundation for morality isn't science. Science is going to be the foundation for like what we consider to be true in terms of like observations of reality.
okay. So this, I guess this would be more for Dean. Maybe you too, Parker. But is it the same science that you guys lean on that says we evolved from monkeys? That same science that you're talking about?
Science doesn't say that. Monkeys are essentially like our cousins, right? If you're saying like, oh, if we exist, why do monkeys exist? That'd be akin to saying, if I exist, why do my cousins exist?
Then also, it's not the same science, like the aforementioned like science that I use, as far as like the grounding for my position, that being gay isn't a choice, wouldn't be from like the same institutions that have explored the theory of evolution.
But science is definitely studies in, um, I guess, trial and error, correct?
No.
No? So
So like,
the
appreciate
studies
the
that
paper
you
again.
bring
Thank
up
you.
though, Dean, they're mostly from what, psychiatric studies
Hold up,
or
to
what?
clarify, Chevy, right? Like there is a notion of like trial and error when it relates to like different types of pharmaceutical drugs, when it relates to different types of hypotheses. Like we're trying to test these hypotheses to see if they are applicable or not, right? But within the notion in which like we already have a fact established within the context of science, right? That's
Yeah.
not gonna be. You do
So
what I'm
it's not
saying?
any correlation, basically.
What do you mean?
Like when Dean explains science, sometimes he says, well, the reason why God isn't uh, real, pretty much, it can't be proven, like, with facts.
What?
Yeah, so here's
I,
two things, right? There's
okay,
empirical facts and then there's rational facts, right? So there can be irrational proofs and empirical proofs. Okay, so
okay,
empirical proofs are going to relate to like experience, right? Things that we can justify with science, right? God itself, if you're saying he's immaterial or
yeah,
supernatural, right? You're making a claim that this is empirically unfalsifiable, right? Or unverifiable empirically.
right,
So
right.
you're not going to use empirics to justify or to go against a God's existence. You're going to use rational argumentation.
Right. Absolutely. So I guess I would say how you were raised, I guess, goes into like your beliefs. And I was just
Yeah,
raised that being gay is wrong.
but it
I
won't
mean,
justify your beliefs.
well, I never said that. I was just saying, like, when you're zero, right, to your one, two, three, four, five, you were trained or taught something. So that's the reason why I think it's wrong to be gay. I was just
Well,
raised that way.
is this a justified belief, or is it an irrational prejudice?
Uh, I mean, I can't really tell, to be honest with you. It was taught to
Well,
me since I was a kid.
okay, so it's an irrational prejudice
What makes it an irrational prejudice? If you could explain that for me.
because you do not possess justification.
Okay. So you're saying what I was taught was wrong.
I'm saying that you haven't presented any justification for what you were taught.
I understand that. So if there's no justification, then I was taught wrong, correct?
Provide the justification for the notion that being gay is immoral.
Well, remember what I said. I can't justify it if I was taught that, right? Like if your mom said the stove's hot, right? You go and touch the stove, it's hot. That wasn't the
Right.
case.
So
It was
if I
just the
was
case
raised
that
into
I had,
thinking that it's okay to like go and unalive people, would that be
yeah.
justified in going and unaliving people?
Well, because you're asking someone who was raised that killing is wrong. You can't ask me that because you'd have to ask someone that was raised that
The
killing is
answer
right.
is no. The answer is no. Therefore, how we were raised does not like provide any justification for any notion, belief, or proposition. Right?
I agree with you.
When we're formulating beliefs, we have to like justify them off of, like logic or like some form of rationalism. Different principles or concepts, or like empirical data points or fact. Right? And it doesn't seem
Right.
like you possess any of the above for this notion that being gay is wrong. You just say that that's how you were raised. Right, and this is also a debate. So like when you say it's wrong to be gay, that's how I was raised. How are
Yeah,
we going to debate that?
you can.
Like we're just going to tell you that you don't have any justification and you're irrational because how you were raised doesn't provide justification towards the belief in which you were raised to believe. Like anything else?
No, no, you make a lot of sense when you just said that. I guess it's hard to break training, you know? I think that's more or less what it is. Like you just said, if someone was raised to kill people, they would think it was right. So you just kind of like
But I'm asking you why you
sided.
think what you think, and then when the answer to why is because of how you're raised, then that's just an unjustified belief.
Okay, so one justification would be this, right? If I were to have sex with a male, right? It would be purely from, uh, I guess, a heartfelt feeling, right? I would have to have love for that man. That's the only way that you could be gay, I guess, if you felt the same thing you feel for a woman for a man, right? I don't
Right.
feel that, so that's the reason why I think it's wrong.
Are you
Because
are you a woman?
am I a woman? Absolutely
Yes.
not. I'm a male.
So is being a woman wrong?
I don't believe that. No.
Right. So then, therefore, when you say I'm not gay, therefore
Right.
being gay is wrong, this would be shown to be like fallacious because then you said I'm not a woman, but being a woman isn't wrong.
No, no, no. What I was saying is, if I was okay, if I was taught,
Also,
let
if
me
you're
let me
gay,
stop
you could
using
say
that,
I'm
bro.
not straight, therefore being straight is wrong.
That's true too. Yeah.
Thank you for the forever rose.
So I guess
And
at the
Julie,
same
thank you
time,
for
it's
the
all
Venmo.
I guess at the same time, it goes back to religion, which you were taught, and maybe
Okay,
everyone
so
could just do what they want. I guess. I
homie,
don't
just
know.
provide any justification towards the notion that being gay is wrong.
I guess based off of the religion of choice, like your
Okay, which
religion teaches
religion?
you that it's good.
How do you know
So,
your
so
religion is accurate?
Oh, the Bible, like Christianity.
Yep.
How do I know it's accurate? It's gonna have to be. Well, I could say the same. How do you know science is accurate? I could say the
thank you for
same
the
thing.
galaxy.
Because we have testable methods, right? So we have testable, reproducible evidence, right? We have like studies, right? That's
Yeah.
how we would know that science is accurate because it's relied upon evidence. Okay, but if you don't rely upon any type of evidence to say that your religion is justified, well, then we're gonna have no ability to say that we should accept your claim comparative to someone else who makes a claim about where we came from. Someone
So,
else
like,
says it's the tooth fairy. There's no way
yeah.
we can differentiate between their view and your view if they're both just based upon a belief and no evidence.
So how could you believe the Big Bang Theory then?
Big Bang Theory, we observe it, right? So we observe the Big Bang, right? We see the expansion of the universe. We can see red shifts within our universe. We can see that they're moving away from us because they have this like a little red shift. We can also see cosmic background radiation photons, which is essentially like smoke from a gunshot. So we literally observe the Big Bang still occurring.
The big rock exploding and then
The Big Bang is
making,
not an explosion. The Big Bang is expansion.
but evolve, yeah, evolution though, correct?
Evolution is separate from the Big Bang.
I don't know why it's in the same context of science then, because if you look at it, like I brought up the thing about the monkeys of evolving
Define
into
science.
They're two
humans.
different scientific theories.
Okay, so I just want to make this clear. I did learn about evolution in science class in high school, explaining that monkeys evolved into humans.
That's
How
not
is
what
that?
fucking evolution taught you, I promise you.
Well,
Because again,
I
I
just
just
want you
told
to
you
help me
earlier,
understand
Chevy.
it.
Chevy, I literally told you earlier, evolution doesn't say we came from monkeys. Monkeys are essentially our cousins, right? They came from the same common ancestor that we came
Okay,
from.
how do you know that's true then? Let me ask you
Because
that.
we have fossil records. Because we have genetic code that we can compare their genetic code to our genetic code. We can look at like the different types of fusion bonds in terms of the chromosomes, right?
For monkeys.
Yeah,
So why? Okay, so honest question. How come the rest of the monkeys haven't became humans yet?
because they developed other characteristics. Because that like
Dude,
why do my cousins look
dude.
differently from me? How come my cousins haven't turned into me?
You're talking. I
Yeah,
think you're
how
missing
come
my
my cousins
question.
haven't turned into me?
No, I think you're missing my question.
No,
So
no. How come
there's
my
a
cousins, once they had kids, how come they didn't turn into me?
to a human? You're a human already. I don't understand your question.
I'm talking about turn into me, Parker.
They're not going to turn into you. What are you talking about?
Exactly. The same way that like when they branch off in terms of genetic code from our genetic code, they're not going to
Correct.
develop the same characteristics as us.
So the monkeys are going to stay monkeys.
Monkeys are going to develop characteristics down a different gene pool than we are because we have different genes than they do, right?
So how
Slightly,
long is it
but
going
we
to
have
take the
mostly
monkey to,
similar.
right? How long is the monkey going to take to turn into a human then?
Bro,
They're
they're
not
never
going to
gonna
go
turn
under the
into a
same
human.
fucking characteristics as me. How long is it going to take my cousin to turn into me?
But you're not making the same statement I'm saying
The
though.
I am
monkey,
making the exact same statement. Literally, monkeys are our fucking cousins, genetically speaking. In terms of an ancestry line, they're our legitimate cousins.
Okay, I'm not trying to get you upset. I'm asking a real question here. Do you
bro.
understand? I've seen, hold on. I've been to a couple of zoos. I'm pretty sure you guys have too.
Oh man,
And I went to a zoo for the last 15 years. This monkey has
Chevy,
no characteristics
Chevy,
of a human being to this
Chevy.
day.
No, they
It's
literally
Chevy.
do. They have fingers. They have fingerprints in many certain scenarios, right? They have
Yeah,
similar brain structures in many scenarios. They have similar
similar
ways that their
brain.
bodies look, right? I don't know what you're fucking talking about. Our genetic
Okay,
code is like
hold on.
97% similar, like
Okay, so hold
95,
on.
97.
No, it's
Are you
like
talking about
98,
brain
99.
power, correct? Are you talking about that?
What's up?
Like brain power,
Nico,
intellect,
thank you for
things like
coming.
that?
I said brain structure. I appreciate the
I,
handout. Thank you so
I was
much. And
just
they do have
asking, like,
brain power that is greater than many other scenarios or many other
okay, but hold
individuals.
on, hold on though. You know, dolphins are just as smart, right?
No, they're not just as smart.
And dolphins are
Really?
smart. I
Okay,
mean, I'm
so
pretty sure they're pretty similar in intelligence. I appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. All right, but I
all right,
mean,
so
I think
we
Dean
can
might be
really
relating
make
to
sim.
humans.
Well, I don't mean to. I don't. Yeah, yeah. I guess the smarts. Okay, let me make it more plain and simple. That's the reason why I can't believe science, because I have to believe, in my opinion, and you don't have to agree with me. I have to believe the Bible because the Bible is very concise, and
Cool.
science is more imaginary.
Do you,
That's just in my opinion.
What? There's no way he just unironically said that. That's actually
Okay,
laughable, dude.
but
Are
listen.
you fucking
Oh
Remember,
serious,
my
dude? Are you
hold on.
god.
serious?
Remember,
Science is
Oh
imaginary
my
and the Bible is
god.
remember
truth?
that.
Like, let's be real. Let's be
Oh
so
Okay,
my
real.
what you
god,
have to quote what I
dude.
said. What did I just
Holy
say?
shit.
You literally said science is imaginary.
The Bible is
Okay,
concise and
what did I just
science is
say though?
imaginary.
That is a
Hold on,
wild
Dude,
take.
holy
hold on.
fuck,
Let
man.
Parker quote me because he's the one who laughed first. What did I just say?
I literally just told you twice.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
You said science is imaginary and that what's it called is concise.
I
The
didn't say
Bible.
what you called. I said quote me. Quote me.
I said the Bible, dude. I didn't remember right away.
That's fine. So look, if you can't quote me, you can't say what I said was
I
fine.
literally just told you what you
You
said.
did not. I didn't
The
say what you call it.
Here,
I didn't say any of
here.
that.
Shush.
You did say that. What are you talking? I have
didn't
this on
say what you call
recording.
it. When did I say
Dude,
that?
oh my god.
You said
What you
He's
call
so
it?
dense. He's so dense.
this guy
I
said
never said what
Chevy.
you call it.
Chevy.
Yeah, Chevy, you're dense as fuck,
You're
bro.
so dense. You
When did I
said
say what
the
you call
bot.
it?
Oh my god.
I
Chevy.
didn't say that you said that. I misremembered. Right? I mean, not misremembered.
Thank
I didn't
you.
remember fully yet.
Thank
I
you.
didn't
said
misremember. I
the-
didn't remember fully yet.
You
It
said
took me a
the
second to fully
Bible-
remember.
A point. I
You
was
said
making a
the
point that you
Bible.
didn't
Now
quote me,
listen.
that's all.
Now listen, Chevy. You said the Bible is concise and
Yes.
science is imaginary.
Thank you, Dean. That's what I said.
Why are
That's
you
literally
thinking-
what I fucking said. I literally
No,
said
you
that,
didn't.
dude. I
You
can't
did
do it with
not.
people. I can't do
You
it.
just
The
said,
IQ
I
is
said what you
actually
call
below
it.
room temp.
Dude,
Thank you for the
today's
jelly
You
fish.
said I
Appreciate it.
said
Thank you so
what you
much.
call it. I didn't say what you
I have
call
a
it.
Dude,
very
I
important
do.
question.
Dude, this guy is actually so dense.
I have a
Right?
very
If I
important
said
question.
quote me,
Chat.
I said
This guy is
quote
the
me.
most dense individual I've
I
ever
have
had in
a
my life.
very
I
important
think
question
you don't
here.
like the fact that I
I
said
have
quote me and you
a
couldn't do it. That's
hugely
all it is.
important
You couldn't
question.
quote me.
I literally did
Dean
quote you.
quoted
I
me.
literally just didn't
Dean
fully remember
quoted
right
me.
away because I said whatchamacallit
That's
because I was
fine.
literally I literally
This-
didn't
But
say
you
that you
can't
said
say that.
whatchamacallit. I was still
That's
remembering.
what you said.
I have such
Come
an
on,
important
bro. Chevy, you're
question.
so fucking dense, bro.
I have
Like, come
such
on,
an
like,
important
quoted me.
question.
hold on,
Dean
hold up,
quoted
Dean.
me.
Dean, one second.
You
Let me
didn't.
address this
That's
first.
all.
Like Chevy, why are you like that as an individual? Like that is honestly,
not like
unironically,
anything.
one of the most immature things I have ever run through. Like, clearly,
That's
that's
not
not what I said you were
immature.
saying.
That's
Yeah,
that's
it
not
is.
immature. No, it's not.
It is. What are
If
you
I
talking
said quote
about?
me and you don't do it, Dean did it.
I literally did quote you.
No, you did not.
You're hyper fixating on the fact that I said whatchamacallit because I was fucking like literally finishing
So,
remembering what you were
is-
saying.
That's not my fault, though, is it?
Dude, yes, it is. It is your fault for being
It's
dense
my
when I
fault 'cause
clearly
you
said that
couldn't
already.
remember what I said.
I did remember what you said.
You did
Right?
not.
It just didn't come out fully right away. I
That's
literally
not
said
my
it right
fault.
after, dude.
That's not my fault.
It's literally ridiculous that you're really not willing to engage with the fact that I clearly said that. This is your best
I'm
point.
engaging
You
that
literally have no
you
point in the
quoted
arguments.
me and
You have
you
no
didn't.
point.
That's
Hold up.
all.
You have no point in the arguments. So this is
I
what you
just did.
hyperfixate on. Because I still remembered it. I literally said what you said, right? And all I did was just I literally didn't say it right fucking away.
See,
Like,
what's
that's
wrong with
ridiculous,
that?
bro.
I pointed that out that you
They
didn't
could be-
quote me, and you're getting mad.
Bro.
That's
I
crazy.
didn't. I did quote you. I did quote you.
No, Dean quoted me, not you.
I did quote you.
He quoted you.
Okay, if you guys want to say that, I never said that.
No, I unironically did,
I
bro.
did say
Like,
what
there's
Dean
no
said.
way, dude.
Just saying.
You're actually so dense, dude.
No, I would rather the quote. You know what a quote means. Exactly what I
Oh.
said.
My God.
Thank you. So, anyways, like I was
Chevy.
saying, the Bible.
I
have
actually
to-
don't even want to engage with this guy. He's actually so dense.
Wait, can I
Okay.
ask? Can I ask like
if
the
you
last
get
ahead,
upset,
go
then
ahead.
that's your
I'm
choice.
gonna-
I mean,
So
No,
so
no,
Chevy,
dude, come on. You can't come up here and gaslight someone clearly. Like when I literally fucking said it, I literally quoted you. I gave it to you, and you're sitting here and you're gaslighting me, right? And
How?
and not have any type of response at all, right? It's actually so fucking wild for people to literally treat people like that and then literally assume no response.
no, you're getting mad because I said quote me and you couldn't. That's
Chevy,
all.
here's the thing. Here's the
I
thing.
lily did quote you.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
So you asked Parker to
win.
quote you. You asked Parker to quote you,
Yeah.
and then he said,
And he couldn't do that.
"You said now listen. You said
I'm listening.
well, like Parker said when like in response to this question, in response to this ask, he said, science is imaginary, and the whatchamacallit, the Bible is concise. That's what he said.
So-
all
right.
he did is he forgot the exact phrase, the
Yes,
exact
sir, he
word in
did.
which you used. He knew what you were talking about, and then
Yes.
later reference to the Bible in action or in supplement for whatchamacallit. This is
Now,
like
what's so
the
hard
most dense
about-
conversation I've ever had, right?
It's
so
not
anyways,
dense
Chevy,
if we could just
I
move
have a
forward.
great
That's all.
question. I have such a great question for this guy.
Okay.
I think this might be the best question of all time. Of all time here, chat. So Chevy, how many continents are there?
There's 7, but I'm not going to name them because you just told the other guy to name them. I mean, what's the point? So anyway,
Name 'em.
like I was saying,
Name 'em.
I'm
Wait,
going
so
to
if you can
believe
repeat
the
it so
Bible.
well, if your memory's so good, fucking name them.
Name 'em.
No, I don't have to
Name
appease
'em.
Name them right now. If you
Name
don't name
'em.
them, I'm gonna go on to the next person. Actually, I don't even care.
Okay,
Name
go to
them.
the next person.
Name
I
'em.
won.
Name them. Name them.
Name
I
the
won.
continents.
I
Name
won.
the fucking
Name
continents,
the
Chevy.
continents.
Name the
What is that
continents.
going to-
Let's
Name the
test your
continents.
memory. Name the continents.
What is that going to do for you? What is that going to
Name the continents.
It's gonna make me happy.
Very happy.
So that's my job to make
It's
you
gonna
happy.
allow me to reach eudaimonia.
Eudaimonia
That's really
for
not
real.
going to help you.
7 continents names right now.
I think I'm gonna let you guys.
I'm
believe
fulfilling
in
my
science.
teleology, bro.
You're literally
If
gonna
you-
believe in science. When
You're
one
literally
thing's
okay.
still
He can't do it, Shy. He
No,
can't
no,
do
no,
I
it.
can do it.
He
I'm
can't
just
do it.
not
Then
going
do
to.
Do it. Do it then, Chevy. Do
I'm
it.
not going
Then
to
do it.
appease
Nope, do
you.
it.
Do it.
That's
Do
all.
it.
Then nope, do it,
For
Chevy.
Do
what?
it.
Do
For
it.
what? What is
Come
that
on,
gonna
do it,
do
bro.
for you?
Do
What
it.
is it gonna do for you? What is it gonna do for you?
It's gonna make me happy.
Very happy.
Okay, that's not why I'm here. I'm not here to make you happy. I'm sorry.
Well,
Name
now
the
you
7
are. Come on.
continents.
Go on, name them.
I'm just saying, I'm not here to make you happy. I'm just here to tell
Name
you
the-
science
name
Just
the
doesn't
name
7
them,
explain
bro.
anything. No. Science doesn't explain anything. The Bible does. That's all.
The science doesn't explain anything. The Bible does. Do you believe in germ theory?
Do I believe in germ? Say it again.
Appreciate the hand art. Do you believe in germ theory?
What's germ theory? What's that?
Wait, okay, so first of all, you don't know what germ theory is. Secondly, right, it's going to relate to the
So
fact
you're
that
gonna
we
make
get
fun
sick
of me?
off.
What the hell is that?
Yes.
Okay,
So it's
wow.
going to be off the basis. It's going to be
Now
off the
that's
basis.
immoral. That's immoral.
How is that immoral?
You're gonna make fun of me for not knowing what germ theory is?
Didn't you not just earlier just try to make fun of me for literally saying whatchamacallit?
So I made fun of you, or did I say an accurate statement?
No, you were using that to try to make fun of me because you were trying to be like dense
Wait a
as
minute.
fuck.
How?
What do you mean
Please
how?
explain. How did I make fun of you?
What does it mean to make fun of someone?
Literally what you just did. You don't know what germ
No, I want you
theory
not to
is?
say what you just did. Say, give me
That's what
like a
you did.
definition. Give me like a
Okay.
definition.
Okay, easy. Something that someone's literally not efficient in, you're trying to make them feel bad for not being great at that specific thing.
Yeah, weren't you trying to make me feel bad for not remembering in that particular circumstance
No, I
completely?
said quote me, and you didn't do that, then you try to fight about it. That's why I said you just didn't quote me. Dean did.
No, but you were
Did I
literally
call
you
you a
were
name?
trying. No, any individual that literally was like not like extremely like pissed off in that circumstance or defensive, right? Clearly would have just said like they would have acknowledged that I said Bible literally right fucking after. Appreciate the superpower.
Okay.
Thank you so much. It would have been like, yeah, he said it, right? But you,
So-
because you had no other
wait,
argument,
wait.
because you're defensive, you've relied upon
Wait a
that
minute,
particular claim.
wait. You're mad because I got technical with you? That's what you're saying?
I'm saying that was like beyond technical because I said the word after. Appreciate
So
that.
you're
Appreciate the
saying-
galaxy. Thank you
so
so
you're
much. It was
saying
an
I argued
unnecessary level of
semantics.
technical.
Unnecessary semantics. Is that what you're saying?
Because I said it right after. I was correct still.
Okay.
If you were saying
Well,
something that I was
Parker-
incorrect with, then you could have said
Okay,
that.
fine. Well, Parker, I'm sorry for being technical. How about that?
That's not
Is
it
that
at
okay?
all, right? Because I already said it, right? You weren't correcting me. Being technical would
I
be
wasn't.
correcting me with something in which I said was false, but I didn't say anything that was false.
Do you mind if
If I
I
said, if I said
Yeah, do not
quote
let
me,
you go.
thank you.
hold on. If I say quote me,
Chevy,
does
stop
that
talking
mean?
about your quotes.
He's
Stop.
still talking
That's
about it.
Chevy,
I was ready to
Chevy,
let it go.
Chevy, calm down. Chevy, calm down.
I
So,
even apologize.
here's where we're at. Here's where we're at. So you think all science is imaginary, bad, and fake, and the Bible's great, and you can't name any of the continents. That's where we're at. But
I
I'm
didn't say I
actually,
couldn't. I said I
I'm
wouldn't.
gonna. All right,
You
buddy.
can't do that, Dean. That's
All
now,
right, buddy.
that's
It's just a
disrespectful.
simple observation, right? It's a simple observation.
I didn't say
Chevy.
I couldn't. Though. You
Chevy,
gotta correct
don't
me.
interrupt me, right? I need you to know your place to speak and when not to speak.
Wow.
And right now it is not
Okay.
your turn to speak. Anyways.
Cool.
So, you like the Bible. Name one verse in the Bible that condemns homosexuality.
It being an abomination?
Is that a verse?
No, you're saying name the verse?
That is what I asked.
I haven't been to church in probably a week or two, so no, I don't remember the verse. I
I
can look
haven't
it
been
up
to
on the
church in
computer
3 years,
if
but
you
I can
like.
name Leviticus 18:22, Genesis 18, 1 Romans, 1 Corinthians 6 through 9, and Timothy 1.
Would you grow up in church?
Appreciate the call, John. Can you name
Did
me
you-
the first
Did you
4
grow up
books
in
of the New
church, Dean, or
Testament?
something? Oh, hold on
He
just a second,
did.
Parker.
Thank you for the hand.
Oh,
He did grow up. Yeah. So
so
can you name to me the
how do you
first
not
3 books
believe
of the
in
New
God
Testament?
then? How do
Dean
you
can
not
just
believe
ask
in
the
God
question.
then, Dean?
Yeah, because I'm not like you. I'm a
No, I'm asking
rational
you.
being.
I didn't say about me.
Right,
How
no,
come
that's
you
my
don't believe in
response.
God if you grew up in church?
I don't believe in God because I'm
Okay.
not like you. I'm a rational being. Anyways, another question. What are the first 3 Bibles of the New Testament? The first 3 books of the New
Did
Testament?
did I trigger you?
Do I look triggered?
The
Yes.
gaslighting is wild, bro.
No, it's not wild. Dean
Thank
just
you for
literally
the
got
love
triggered
you.
by me asking, how does he not believe in God? And he grew up in church.
He
No,
doesn't
you
look
sound
got
triggered to me.
triggered there.
Steph, appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. He doesn't look
It's
you sound
not
like
an
my
opinion,
ex.
it's a fact.
Look, Chevy, honestly,
It's a
you
fact.
sound like my ex-girlfriend right now. Let's
You're
calm
deflecting
down.
now, Dean. You're
Right?
deflecting now.
No, you sound like my ex-girlfriend right now. Let's calm down. So, anyways, what are
Your
the first
ex-girlfriend
three
sounds like a
books of the New
man.
Testament? No.
So,
He's
so you're
talking about in
gay?
terms of gaslighting, bro. That's how dense this guy is, bro.
No, he just
Thank you for that,
said his
Galaxy. Thank you
girlfriend
so
sounds
much.
like a man. That's what he said.
Do you hear this guy? Do you hear this guy, dude? He's so dense, dude.
So wait, so Dean, are you gay or no?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, cool. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
So, what
you
are the
do.
first three books of the New Testament?
The New Testament? I don't read the New Testament. I read the Old Testament.
Is this guy real? Is this guy real?
No,
Wait. So
I'm
name to
actually
me
trolling
the
you.
first three books of the Old Testament.
No, I'm actually trolling Dean right now. That's all.
So can you give me the first three books?
No, I can't. I can't give you all the first three books.
You can't,
Dude,
can't
I
name-
can't remember, dude.
You can't name the
No,
continents.
I'm trolling.
You can't
I'm
name
trolling
one verse
Dean.
in the Bible that condemns
I'm trolling
homosexuality.
Dean.
You can't name the first three books of the New Testament.
Wait, is
What
your
man?
overall position right now trolling?
No. Dean doesn't know what sarcasm is. That's all. It's okay. I'm literally not appeasing Dean. Like he's just literally trying to, like you said, make fun of me. It's not gonna happen. Like it's not gonna happen.
No, we just want to see if you can remember, bro.
No, Dean thinks his questions are going to like get under my skin. It's not
Your
gonna
question was can you repeat exactly what I said? And then when I didn't, I said whatchamacallit, and then said Bible right after, right? You hyperfixated on that. Come on. Right?
So
You just
did I
you did something
apologize
way
for being
worse.
technical or no?
Well, I want to look at this guy's account.
Bro, it's not for being technical.
That's what it was.
Because again, I described to you what technical means. It is the case that you consider it. I don't care to go over this. I really don't really care.
You're going back to
the
it
point.
every time.
The point I'm showing you is that again, you're literally doing things in which you literally were just doing, right? You're saying or not doing things in which you were just asking for. My bad. Sorry.
I get what you're saying, but I did apologize to you for being technical. That's just a thing of me. Like that's me.
not being
That's who I
technical.
am. It is
Chevy-
if I say quote me and you don't quote me.
I mean, look, if we want
I
to,
did quote you.
if you
I
want to
did
be like,
apologize, though.
if you want to be
I
like
did.
a little pissy fuck, that's fine. But
Did I
like
not
getting
apologize
back
to-
to getting
wait,
back to like
I
the main like
apologized to
topic.
Parker. What are you
no,
talking about,
no, your time to talk again. So just getting back to like the topic of conversation, you said it's wrong to be gay because of the Bible, but you couldn't
Yeah.
tell me where in the Bible it says it's wrong to be gay.
No, I can. I just choose not to. Remember, Dean? I'm trolling you. That's literally what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Just
so I'm
getting
gonna
under your
insult
skin.
Chevy and then just be like, I'm sorry for being right. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being right. I'm sorry for just speaking facts,
Hey,
Chevy.
it's totally fine, man.
This is a
Monkeys
great
are
debate.
still turning
This is
into
a great
people as we
debate.
speak, and
That's exactly what he means when he says he means I'm sorry for being technical, right? Yeah, I'm sorry for being right.
no,
I'm
I
just
was
sorry for
being-
speaking my mind. I'm sorry for being
no,
right.
I was being honest with you though, Parker. I was being technical.
Appreciate the falling
then.
for you.
So
I think we should. I
That's
think we
really
should
the-
probably
You
move
You
on
want to go to the
next
next?
guest.
Yeah, I got you.
can,
Got you.
you can.
All right, let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Tap that screen in the meantime, everyone. Let's try to get to 2 million likes. It will help get out to more people. You already know the fucking deal. All right, let's go on to the next person again. That was just unbelievable.
The guests are
Are
really
wild
smart.
tonight. That was actually, like, unironically the most dense guest I've ever had.
He reminded me of like my 6-year-old nephew. I don't know. What's up, Carzilla? How
Thank you
old
for the
are you?
hand to appreciate it. It hasn't added them yet.
Okay. On my screen it says they have. I guess
Yeah,
I
it has to
didn't
like
post it.
for you it like how it zooms in and then it zooms out.
When it zooms
Once it
out,
zooms
that's
out,
when I
that's when they join in. Yeah. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's going on, man? I'm 27.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I think it is wrong.
Why so?
I don't think the
Or wait, how old are you first? Appreciate the boxing gloves.
I'm 27, man.
Kirsten,
Alright, sorry,
thank you so much
I
for
just
the
asked you that and then I
$15 Venmo.
forgot. I literally asked you that. My bad. Say that again.
Thank you for the $15 Venmo, Kirsten. I appreciate that.
No worries, dude. So yeah, I just don't think a penis is supposed to go inside of an ass because it's dirty.
So is anal sex wrong for straight people?
Yeah, 'cause it's like, why would I put my penis in a pile of shit?
Is it? Well, I mean, people clean. Is it wrong for someone to engage in period sex?
You can't clean everything.
Is it wrong to engage in period sex? And yes, you can.
There is gonna be some fecal matter. I don't care how much you clean.
Is
But
period sex wrong?
yeah.
Oh, it is? Okay, is it wrong to engage in oral sex because there can still be some urine in the urethra?
urine and shit are. I feel like they're a little different. Like I drink some urine, but I could not eat some shit.
Dude, I can't, bro. You did not just unironically say, I'll drink some urine, bro.
I mean,
right? But gay intercourse, that's fucked. Gay intercourse is bad.
I'm not even
right? But I'll drink some urine.
I'm not.
I appreciate the cat. Thank you so much.
I'm not talking about being gay. I'm just saying, putting a dick in a pile of shit is disgusting. It's disgusting.
Dude, you drinking urine is disgusting, dude.
Yeah, like,
what do you
example,
mean?
if I was,
you drink urine?
Can I make my argument?
Please.
Okay, so if I was in the desert and I'm starving, they actually instruct you to drink your urine. They don't tell you.
No, but did you drink it outside of that context?
I just told you I would rather drink urine than eat shit.
Okay, have you drank urine before?
Which one would you rather do?
Have you drank urine before?
Would you rather do? Answer the question.
Clearly, it'd rather be urine. Would you would you drink urine?
So why you laughing?
No, answer my question. Have you drank urine?
Have I drank urine? No, brother.
No. Okay. So I thought that's what you said you did, but
no, I'm saying I'd rather drink urine than eat shit.
Okay, but having intercourse with someone doesn't mean that there's going to be like any type of fecal matter or anything.
Parker, I'm gonna ask you
on your like male member.
Ask you a question.
Go for it.
Have you eaten ass before?
No.
Why haven't you done that?
That's not what I'm into.
It's disgusting, right?
That's just not what I'm into.
It's because you would find it kind of disgusting.
That's not what I'm into.
Why? Can you elaborate on why you're not into that?
I'm not sexually attracted to that.
It smells bad, man. Just say it.
That's not the only reason.
So poop doesn't smell bad? You don't want to admit that?
I said it's not the only reason.
Can you say that poop smells bad?
Yes, poop smells bad.
So
typically.
You see that face you have on your face? You see that look you have on your face? That's the look if you're going to eat shit. Why would you let someone shit in your mouth?
That's not what you do when you engage in intercourse. When you're
yeah, because let me tell you how.
I have a question. Is it wrong for? I have a question. I have a question. Is it wrong for two lesbians to engage in intercourse?
Is it wrong for two lesbians to engage in intercourse? I mean, I wouldn't even call it intercourse. You're not really you're not entering anything. You just
okay. So lesbian sex is okay. Chat. W's in the chat for lesbians. Second question: is it okay for gay men to engage in oral sex?
No, what I'm saying is that if you
no, why is it wrong for gay men to engage in oral sex?
Let me tell you why it's wrong. Because if I just fucked you in the ass, and then
no anal involved. No anal involved is oral okay.
And then and then you get sucked off. You just
hey name no anal involved. Never engaged in anal if they've never engaged in anal. Vulgar? Is it okay for? Is it
Am
okay
I being
for?
Too vulgar? If you
name, I'm asking you. Can you answer my question, please?
Answer my question.
Okay.
Are you eating poop if I have sex with someone, right? A guy in the ass.
I have a question.
And then he sucks you off. The person.
No, not necessarily. Now can you answer my question? And then Dino let you ask that.
So you don't have shit breath.
Name. Ahead, can you answer my question? No anal sex involved, right? Is it anything wrong with a gay man sucking another gay man off? Anything wrong with that?
It's wrong, man. It's wrong.
What's wrong about it? Tell me.
Because that gay man that is gonna have some residual shit on his dick.
Again, no anal sex involved. They've never engaged in anal before. Is it wrong for them to engage in oral?
Huh?
Is it wrong for them to engage in oral if they've never engaged in anal before?
But that's my argument. It is wrong because your man is not supposed to be with a man because anal sex is disgusting.
But there's no anal sex involved here.
But that's because I think oral sex.
You see how he can't name a reason? What's the reason?
Wrong, I think oral sex is wrong with a man or a woman.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, why didn't you just fucking say that then? Okay. So you don't like BJ's, bro?
No, I don't think no. For example, I wouldn't.
Dude, that's tough, bro.
What?
That's tough.
Just how you said you don't like eating ass, you're like, oh, I'm not into that. I can have my own opinion.
Okay, if that's something you're not into, that's all you, bro.
I'm not into. So you have to respect me, just how I respect you, brother.
Sure, bro. I respect you, but that's a weird take, man.
All right.
You just only do missionary.
So I can say that you not eating ass is a weird take.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. But are you the type of guy that just only does missionary?
Are you the type of guy that eats ass?
I like how we can't answer the question.
What?
Are we only missionary? Okay, so I'm gonna let Dean take it away.
That's funny.
You know, this one thing just keeps like ping ponging back and forth.
Dean,
in
do
my
you
head.
eat ass?
No,
Why not?
because I'm not attracted to that.
Do you think it's disgusting if you did eat ass?
Yes,
Why do you think it's disgusting?
because I'm disgusted by it.
Because it's disgusting, man.
And is that why? So being gay is wrong because because the act of homosexual intercourse is
No,
disgusting?
because poop, man. Just think about this shit. It's
Right,
disgusting.
can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Surgery.
Yeah. So you think that like homosexual intercourse is wrong because it's disgusting, correct?
I think any anal sex is disgusting.
And this is why you think it's wrong, correct?
Yes.
Right. So is surgery wrong?
Surgery is not disgusting. No, it's not wrong.
Right. So blood, guts, and gore really gross me out. I think that's pretty disgusting.
That's not.
But I don't think
disgusting,
that's
man.
gonna be
That's
I don't
inside
think
of your
that's gonna
body.
give it.
You
one
mean
second.
you're disgusted of your
One
own
second.
body?
Can you chill? So right. So I'm not necessarily gonna think that's wrong or immoral, even though I think it's disgusting. Not to mention that you kind of just proved a big point there.
Dude,
You said that. No, just stop talking. You
ahead.
just proved stop talking. You
Go
just
ahead.
proved a big point there. So you said that surgery is not disgusting, therefore it is not wrong, right? Under
Yes.
your under your interpersonal subjective notion of disgustingness, right? However, I think that a gay man could just simply say, like intercourse with the butt is not disgusting, therefore it is not wrong. So it seems as if we have these contradicting points where
There
one
is-
individual is disgusted, one individual is not disgusted,
Mhm.
and these are purely subjective notions that exist only based upon intuition compared to any form of reason or logic.
Can I tell you how it's
they're gonna
objective?
so like I don't understand.
Because fecal matter carries disease.
Sweet. So do you think that working on a farm is immoral?
Oh, he just got communitied.
It was about time.
Yeah, that was about time. TikTok. Yo, can we get a TikTok W in the comments section real quick, everyone? Thank you very much. Honestly, that's the only time I will do it on this app. Only time. Only time. TikTok W real quick.
Dude, what are the guests tonight, Parker?
We're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Thank you for the little crown. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. That is the only time I think I will ever say it. Actually, no, I think I've said it before. It's just not common. Yo, what's up? How old are you? You got to be 18 plus. TikTok rules. That's tough, bro. TikTok rules, everyone. 18 plus. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 24.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Why so?
I don't think
Okay,
they thought it was-
W's in the chat for them. W's in the chat for them. Let's go to the next person. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
39.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes, it's actually against the law. It's called sodomy. And it's 1662. Sticking a penis anywhere besides the vagina.
Okay. So
I don't-
Do you think it's wrong for you to engage in oral?
I don't.
That's not in the vagina.
Anywhere besides the vagina. Ass, mouth, ear, any hole besides the vagina. 16, look it up. 1662. That's a code.
What is
for sodomy?
16?
I don't
The
know.
code for sodomy. Look it up. I'm giving you the fucking code.
16.
I'm giving you the code. Look it up. Read it.
He gave you the passcode.
No, it's not a passcode. It's state law.
So state
Did-
law
did-
says it's wrong? Right?
Yeah,
I don't care what
read-
law says.
read it up.
You know, it's been the case that under the law, it's been illegal to engage in interracial marriage. I don't think that's wrong for me to engage in marrying my girlfriend.
Oh, yeah? But you're talking about gay stuff. We're not talking about intercourse,
Oh yeah, so it
interracial.
looks like
But that we were talking about the
Well,
law.
hold on, let
'Cause you brought a
Dean-
legal
yeah,
code.
right,
Amy,
right.
appreciate the subscription. Thank you.
So what is it, Dean?
right. So yeah, just to clear this up, sodomy is not a more like here. So this is going to be like Georgia penal code. So in the state of Georgia, they just simply give a definition under 1660. 2A of what sodomy is, and this is basically going to be oral sex or like anal sex, right? But this isn't an immoral. This isn't illegal in Georgia. What's illegal is aggravated sodomy, right? So all this is like it's like sodomy with force. And they state the definition of sodomy, and then they say that like sodomy with force or without consent is against the law, and this is what's illegal.
Right. But like I say, you can't reproduce with a male. You cannot do no reproduction with a male. Period.
Yeah, so is it wrong for me to engage in intercourse with an infertile woman?
Yeah, I say so.
You do think it's wrong?
Yeah. If you're trying to reproduce, yes.
Well, if I'm not trying to reproduce, is it wrong?
Not really, but like I say, but two guys.
So if two
that's
gay
just
people
wrong.
are not trying to reproduce and they engage in intercourse, why is it wrong?
Well, first of all, your penis don't belong in a guy's butt.
Why?
Why?
Because you didn't get a penis just to go in a guy's butt. A penis goes in a vagina.
What if I said I did?
What if you say you did get a penis to go in a guy's butt?
Yeah. Appreciate the meteor shower. Thank you so much, Daniel.
We observe that happening all the time, right?
Well, I don't see it happening all the time because I don't watch for stuff like that. But
you want me to send you a link?
No, don't send me no link. I don't want to see nothing like that.
Right.
But like I said,
the point being,
they're not going to show you a video, bro. You don't have to look at a video. You can just read the text, bro. Like,
that was crazy, bro. That was crazy. The point being made here is that like you're observing the function of the penis being used for heterosexual intercourse and heterosexual intercourse only by like what you see, right? But we also see it being used for other purposes, and these are going to ground equal groundings for the purpose of the male, reproductive organ for homosexual intercourse, just as heterosexual intercourse, because they're both just based off of observations.
Okay. So you think it's okay to be gay? That's
Homie, you've been over here stumbling upon your words, referencing like Georgia penal code and like grape, and like what you see,
grape,
like, why it's wrong, and like.
What do you mean grape?
Take the G out.
Oh.
Just don't say it out loud because it's TikTok.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Daniel,
okay.
Thank you for the meteor shower. I really appreciate it. Thank you so
but
much.
But like
Daniel.
I say, it's right there in the law book. And I'm pretty sure you have it in your state too.
It's not in the law book. Dude, you understand that I'm looking at the law, and what is illegal is aggravated sodomy. Not to mention that even if it was illegal, that wouldn't make it immoral to still do.
Dean's mic sounds so much better whenever there's a pause.
Yeah, you know what? Like here's the point. Even the penal code he referenced doesn't say that sodomy is illegal. It says that aggravated sodomy is illegal. And then not to mention, even if it did explicitly state that sodomy was illegal, this wouldn't make it immoral. Like for reference, in like the 1960s when Jim Crow laws were in place, it was illegal for like a black individual to go into like a quote-unquote white space.
He just left.
But I don't think it would have been immoral for a black individual to go into a quote-unquote white space.
I thought I Show Speed was in the guest box for a second.
It's that one guy. It's that one guy.
Yeah, it's a
like
different one.
I know. He's gotten me like 4 times.
I've actually had iShow in the guest box one, so I know. Yeah, I didn't think it was the first place. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 18.
For sure. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Can you do another topic, please?
Yeah, we will be doing it tomorrow. I apologize.
Misandry versus misogyny topic, like which is
yes,
worse?
Yes, we will be.
Thank you. Okay,
yes, we will be. Appreciate it. Oh wait, I just cut her off. I literally thought she was done there. I feel so bad.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Welcome
I feel like
in,
Dean's
Grace.
done that more than me. Yeah, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 28.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I think gays being wrong is wrong because of the invisible man in the sky. No, I don't. I'm a part of the LGBTQ community. I'm a big supporter, but that's not why I came
For
up
sure.
here. I actually wanted to come up here to actually just give some advice to people that are gifting. If you guys are recharging, recharge through the website, not the app, you will save 30% or more on your purchases. Get those gifts sent. These guys are awesome. Much love.
Thanks,
Appreciate it,
Grace.
Grace. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
And also, while Parker's getting the next guest up, if you have been enjoying the content and you're considering donating, consider donating via the Venmos or the Cash Apps. Parker's are in his bio. Mine are in my bio as well. We get 100% of the proceeds compared to 30. Welcome in, Jose. How old are you? Oh,
Nice, dude. Let's go. W's
moving
in the
on to the
chat.
next guest here. Yo, W's in the chat. W guests, and also tippity tap away in that phone screen, folks. Let's get up to 1.5 million likes and share the live with a couple friends here. What's going on, Vernon? How old are you?
I'm fucking 30.
Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Okay, could I ask how old you guys are?
No.
No?
Sorry,
I'm 21 and he's 19.
Sorry. Do you think it's wrong to be gay?
Do I think it's wrong or immoral?
Yeah.
Well, my biggest thing is what are your arguments for the biblical standpoint of that?
Well, do you believe in the Bible?
I personally, well, my thing is from a religious standpoint.
Are you religious?
I'm personally not. No, I grew up.
Okay, so then, do you think it's wrong to be gay? Yes or no?
Well, I just have a problem with your guys' arguments. Is my issue.
Join the Discord. I'm sorry, but please. I would love to hear the issues with the arguments. Give me premise, conclusion, format on Discord. I'd love to see it.
Love to see it. Our next guest is loading in here. What's up, Marco?
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
19.
Yeah, do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
I just got a quick question. Why do you think it's okay to be gay?
Because it's not wrong.
Because it's not wrong.
Yeah, we don't consider it to be right or wrong. It simply just is. There's not a good reason to consider either or, that you should or shouldn't be gay, or you should or shouldn't be straight.
It's just simply morally permissible.
So you have a debate that you don't even support. So you don't think it's okay, or you do?
We do think it's okay, right? We think it's okay, absolutely. The same way I think it's okay to pick up a rock from the ground.
Okay.
Right? It's not right or wrong to pick up a rock. It simply just is.
Okay, why do you think it's okay to be gay?
Because there's going to be no moral ramifications to same-sex or opposite-sex attraction or intercourse. So why is it wrong? What's your justification?
Can you speak up? I didn't hear you.
Yeah, there's no moral ramifications of same-sex or opposite-sex attraction or intercourse when in a consentful manner. So now, Marco, go ahead and tell me, why do you think it's wrong to be gay?
My personal belief, I grew up as a Christian my whole life. I know y'all have had a lot of biblical debates on here. But
Sweet. So what verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality?
You didn't let me finish. I don't really have a verse to support that.
So then how do you know it's wrong?
I mean, the Bible clearly, says that you should live like Jesus should. But I mean, do you think Jesus is gay? Do you think Jesus or God thinks it's okay to be gay? Do you think that?
Yep.
Wait, so if you want to live like Jesus, I appreciate that, mustache. Thank you so much. Are you going to be celibate too?
Can you give me a definition of that, please?
You choose to abstain from engaging in intercourse.
I mean, I don't agree with it.
Okay, so you disagree with Jesus. If you're going to live like Jesus, are you going to, have slaves and beat them?
No, I don't agree.
Days?
No, I don't agree with, like the whole gay thing at all.
No, so here's the thing. So you said it's wrong to be gay because being gay is not like Jesus. However, Parker brought up the fact that Jesus was celibate, meaning he did not engage in sexual relations of any sorts, neither heterosexual or homosexual, right? So by you engage in heterosexual intercourse, you have a deviance from Jesus and how he lived his life, right? But also the fact that slavery is going to be supported with an Exodus of the Old Testament. This is going to be the teachings of God, and you disagree with that, so you'd be disagreeing with Jesus. I mean, there seems like you have a few logical inconsistencies with this position.
Okay. Let me ask you one thing. There was Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, correct?
No, incorrect. So there wasn't Adam and Steve, but there also wasn't Adam and Eve. Orion, the most prolific Christian theologian of all time, quite states, like in his work, that that's all a parable, like Genesis and Adam and Eve. It's fictitious. It's a story, and this is like the shared common consensus amongst like
Right.
all Christian theologians, including like Saint Augustine in his work Study of God. He says the same thing. Then also not to mention that if you were to take Adam and Eve as existing, you'd also have to accept the fact that the world would be like 5,000 years old because the genealogy from
I know.
Adam
I
to
heard
Jesus
you.
is 3,000,
Yeah.
and from Jesus to us is 2,000. So,
Stop.
I mean, if you want to think that God created Adam and Eve, you can. You'd just be contradicting all theologians, and you'd have to die on the hill that the earth
No,
is
I
5,000 years old.
heard you explain this to the last guy about 2 hours ago. I understand the whole concept of Adam and Eve, but I'm just saying that I just don't understand how y'all think it is okay to be gay.
Well, convince me that it's wrong to be gay by giving me a reason.
I mean, okay, would you ever change your thoughts on, would you ever change your thoughts on it
Yep, by you giving me a reason right now.
by me giving you a reason? I mean, I didn't gave you my thought on it, so you're obviously not going to change your mind. That's pretty much all I got.
Well, your opinion
That's
isn't the
that
reason
was
to
your
believe
best
in your
thoughts.
It was, yeah, pretty much.
But so then obviously I'm going to continue to think that it's okay to be gay because you just kind of rambled and said like factually incorrect things or just stated things that don't have any justification to them.
Well, what's that? I didn't hear you.
You're just kind of yipping and yapping. That's like the summary. That's the summary of what I just said.
Okay, well, that's fine.
I mean, some of us are okay with that. Have a good rest of your day, Marco.
Appreciate it, man. All right, we got Eldon Turner. Tap the screen, everyone. 1.5 million likes, everyone. We have 5.4 thousand people in here. Literally keep just tapping that fucking screen. We can easily get it up to 1.5 million, y'all. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
I'm 69.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I don't really think it's wrong, but then again, I ain't going to say it's right. I just figure it's up to the person how the people feel.
Very nice. Very
Base,
nice, Eldon.
base.
Very nice.
Just looking for some debates, though. Thank you so much. W for Eldon in the chat.
nice.
W69 too as well. That's a WH. Bro laughed at 69. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's the first time someone said that on my live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What's up, huge ass? How old are you?
Oh my god. Oh wait. No, I just support you. I just wanted to say hi.
Appreciate it. W. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone.
Next guest is loading in here. Oh, there.
Oh, next person,
Also,
everyone.
Marissa, thank you so much for the $10 Venmo. You bought me my nightly Wendy's. W. Marissa.
The nightly Wendy's. Yo,
Nightly
dude.
Wendy's.
That's actually wild, bro. Okay,
Hello.
Hello.
How
Do
old
you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
Yes.
How old are you?
I think it's really wrong.
How old are you?
18.
What's your birth year?
2004.
What month?
April 5th.
Yeah, you dude. Your math needs to get a check, man. His math needs to get a check. 18. That would be 19, bro. He said 2004.
He pulled it off pretty well. He
He
Also,
almost got it. Yeah.
Guys, if you're enjoying the debates, make sure to hit the follow button on Parker's account as well.
Why people always say he said 19? He literally said 18, right?
Yeah, he said 18. He said 18.
Okay. They always say he said 19. They always do that to me, and then I'm like, I start to rethink my own reality.
No. They are gaslighting you right now. He did not say 9. He said 18.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
31.
Yeah. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
Can I ask you a question though? Can I say something real fast?
Wait, chat. No, actually, people I know in the chat are saying 19. I swear to God, I heard 18.
He said 18. He said 18. He said 18. Casper, why do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Say something real fast, Bill, because I know y'all hanging up on people fast.
No, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Hold up, can I say something though? What is the purpose of life?
I'm just asking you. Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay? Okay, in order to come on the live, everyone, you have to be able to answer basic questions. This is a bare minimum. It's a bare minimum, chat. Okay, some people said one of them heard 18, one of them heard 19, so I don't know. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Okay, so you got like a 13-year-old who just hasn't grown up yet. Let's go to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Everyone, tap that screen. We have 5.9 thousand people in here. Keep tapping that screen. Keep sharing the live. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm 20.
Yeah, do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
Yeah, I do actually. So I didn't hear anyone like actually give you guys like a solid verse. I don't know if you actually believe the Bible or not, but personally, I do. I'm in the army. I've seen some shit that like has really like affirmed Christianity and like my beliefs. But I'm just gonna read you this verse, okay? So you keep asking for like proof from the Bible. I'm gonna give you Leviticus 18:22, which says, "You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. It is an abomination."
Actually, no, we can just run Leviticus 25, 44 through 46, right? And you don't want to know what that says?
I actually do.
Let's run that.
Yeah.
You know exactly what it says?
I do not know.
You don't? Okay. So let's pull it up right here. I got you. 1 second.
And then I'm a run them after this too.
Okay,
Leviticus
yeah,
is
no,
my
go ahead.
favorite.
See, bro, I love this shit. Like you guys are good. Like keep doing what you're doing, guys.
Leviticus is my favorite.
So Leviticus 25, 44 through 46 says, "Your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you and members of their clans born in your country, and they will become your property. You can bequeath them to your children as inherited property and make them slaves for life. But you must not rule over your fellow Israelites ruthlessly."
Okay.
So do you think slavery is okay?
I do not. I do
Right,
not.
so you're contradicting your own Bible. Scott,
So
thank you for
I'm
the
actually
$5 via Venmo.
not. Okay. So
Well, you are. Can I lay this out to you?
okay. So the Israelites back in the day, right? The Israelites were enslaved by the Egyptians. Okay.
So slavery was okay then?
So back in the day, it was. It is definitely not now. I'm not saying
I don't
it
think
was
slavery was ever moral.
now. It was not ever moral. I'm not saying it is, but
Well then, yes you are.
no, I'm not. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
so the
what did
Bible-
I just ask you? What was the
Bible
last
says
question I asked you?
If slavery was moral, the Bible is a history
And
book.
what did you answer?
The Bible is a history book.
What did you answer?
I said that I don't agree with slavery.
Do you think that slavery was okay during the time when Leviticus was written?
I do not. I think it was a fact. I
So
think it
therefore
what
you're
happened back
contradicting your own
then.
God.
You say what?
Why would... What?
What do you mean?
Yeah, so God says you may own slaves, right?
Okay.
So
Hang on.
therefore
So
owning slaves is
go back up
morally
those
okay.
verses. What were those verses again?
Leviticus 25, 44 through 46. Scott, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then I can also read you Exodus 21, 20 through 21, who says, "Anyone who beats their male or female slave with a rod must be punished if the slave dies as a direct result, but they are not to be punished if the slave recovers after a day or two, since the slave is their property."
Okay, your male and female slaves are to come from the nations around you. From them you may buy slaves. You may also buy some of the temporary residents living among you, members of their clan born in your country. They will become your property. You can bequeath them as children. Hold on, let's read the full chapter. So let's get some context here, okay? You said that was verse 44?
25, 44 through 46.
25, 44 through 46. 44 through 46. Okay, so verse 39, if any of your fellow Israelites become poor and sell themselves to you, do not make them work as slaves. They are to be treated and hired workers or temporary residents among you. They are to work for you until the year of Jubilee. Then they are to raise their children and to be released. They will go back to their own clans and to the property of their ancestors. Because the Israelites are my servants, whom I brought out to Egypt, they must not be sold as slaves. Do not rule over them ruthlessly, but you fear God. Okay, and then back to the part that you were saying.
Those are talking about the Israelites. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
for the Israelites.
Yep.
And then for the nations around them, they can buy them as slaves.
If
For
a
the temporary
foreigner-
residents, they can buy as slaves.
Yep,
And then
so-
bequeath them to their children.
So verse 47, if a foreigner residing among you becomes rich and any of your fellow Israelites become poor and sell themselves to the foreigner or to a member of the foreign's clan, they retain the right of redemption after they have sold themselves. So it's saying they sell themselves. It's not saying you take them as slaves. It's saying they are.
That's the Israelites. That's literally the Israelites.
So
dude.
it's saying a foreigner residing among you. It's not the Israelites.
Yeah, no, they sold themselves to a foreigner.
No.
It's
So
the Israelites sold themselves to a foreigner.
Verse 47, if a foreigner residing among you. So that's saying like the person sells themselves to like the Israelites.
No. The Israelite would sell themselves to the foreigner, right? That's what you just said there, right? Say that again. Go back and say that context again.
Verse
Julie,
47.
thank you for the Venmo.
Verse 47, if a foreigner residing among you becomes rich, and any of your fellow Israelites become poor and sell themselves to the foreigner. Okay, actually, you were right on that
Yeah,
one.
the Israelites sell themselves to,
you were
to
right,
the
actually.
foreigner.
Actually, bro, I love doing this. So thank you guys for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
Wait, before you leave,
You said what?
are you leaving, or are you just like thanking? I couldn't tell.
I was just thanking you. I was so I'm gonna try and keep providing context for this.
Okay, yeah. As soon as you finish up that train of thought with him, I have another one, but I'll let you guys finish
all right.
first.
Actually, you go ahead because I'm kind of done with that. So
Angie, thank you so much for the Venmo. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, by the way.
Okay, so you said being gay wrong because Leviticus 18:22 says so, correct?
Yeah. Well, that's just what I believe. So
Right.
like
Do you mind if I ask you a question?
in modern day, I mean, like people can do whatever they're gonna do. I'm gonna love them either way,
Right.
because that's just how I was raised, But
Sweet.
And I'm just hoping that people hear the word of God, and I'm not trying to have anyone go to hell. I'm like,
Right.
it's a sin. I sin. I'm not a perfect Christian. I can tell you that right now. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Read Leviticus 18:1 through 5.
Leviticus. Here, let me look that up real quick. You said Leviticus
18:1 through 5.
1 through 5. Okay. Unlawful sexual relations. Speak to the people.
Julie, thank you for the cash app. Anna, thank you for the cash app. Isabella, I appreciate the cash app. And Hunter as well. Thank you for the cash app. And Quincy as well. Everyone's like sending cash apps. I literally didn't even see those.
Dang.
So you said 1 through 5?
Hanukkah, thank you for the $5 Venmo. Yes.
Okay. 18:1. And the Lord spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to the people of Israel and say to them, I am the Lord your God. You shall not do as they do in the land of Egypt, where you lived. And you shall not do as they do in the land of Canaan, to which I am bringing you. You shall not walk in their statutes. You shall follow my rules and keep my statutes and walk in them. I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore keep my statutes and my rules. If a person does them, he shall live by them. I am the Lord." That's referring to the 10 Commandments.
No, so this is in reference to the Levitican laws that follow, right?
To the Levitican laws.
Right. So what comes right after Leviticus 18:1 through 5 would be 18 6 through 25, and then 18:22 is the one in which condemns homosexuality. So by upholding that it's immoral to be gay because of Leviticus 18:22 is contradicting your own God, because your own God says in Leviticus 18:1 through 5 that those were only rules for the ancient Israelites out of their differences from the Egyptians or the Canaanites, right? So you'd have a very strong argument as to why it would be wrong to be gay as an Israelite living over 3,000 years ago, but we are neither Israelites nor living 3,000 years ago.
That is true.
And other contradictions are going to come in shape of the fact that we also observe other Levitican laws, such as the fact that you have to wear blue tassels off all four corners of your garments. You can't have mildew in your house. You can't eat like shellfish, pig fat, or blood. You can't plant mixed seeds or wear mixed fabrics. You have to shave your beard in a particular fashion. So, just in summation, what I'm getting at here is I'm guessing you're not wearing blue tassels off all four corners of your garments.
That is true, but that is
so
all,
you're contradicting your own God because your own God says
I have another verse here.
those 1 second. You're contradicting your own God because your own God says that Levitican law was only for the ancient Israelites, and B, if you did follow Levitican law regardless of that contradiction, you'd be just as much of an abomination as a gay man under your worldview because you're not wearing blue tassels.
Okay, that's a fair point. But I also have another verse here. So that is the Old Testament. Most people don't follow the Old Testament. I know there's a few people that do.
Hey, by the way, you brought up Leviticus. It's the only reason we brought up the Old Testament.
No, I understand that. So yeah, y'all are good, bro. Like you guys are good. I'm just so I have a 4-day, so I'm off work tomorrow, so I'm just kind of chilling and drinking and whatnot. But anyways, so 1 Corinthians 6 9 through 11 says, in verse 9 it says, "Or do you not know the wrongdoers will not inherit the kingdom of God? Do not be deceived. Neither the sexually immoral nor how do you say that?
Idolatry. It's idolatry.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm in the army. I'm dumb as fuck. Nor adulterers, nor men who have sex with men."
Right. So men who have sex with men. So the original Greek word that we're going to see being used inside of Corinthians is going to be arseniokai. And you could look this up. The literal translation of that is man bed.
These comments are going crazy.
In Greek Roman society, this is going to be in reference to male prostitution. Because the only form of like homosexuality that we saw, or the only form of men beds that we saw, was young men being sold by older men to older men for prostitution. So this is just a form of adultery, right?
Are you talking about the verse that I just read?
Yes. So that's not condemning homosexuality; it's condemning like adultery and like male temple prostitution.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Anything else?
I'm still looking right now. I mean, I think that's about it.
For sure, man. Appreciate you coming on, bro.
Y'all didn't really change my mind. I don't know if I changed yours at all or not, but y'all have a good night. Thanks for having me on.
All right, we're going to go to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, we are just looking for some debates, everyone. You already know the deal. Everyone tap that screen. Let's try to get to 2 million likes, y'all.
Jason, thank you so much for the $15 via Cash App.
Yeah,
What's up, man? Do you think it's wrong or immoral to be gay?
No, I don't, actually. I've got 2 kids that are both gay.
For sure, man.
And
I appreciate
I
you
just
coming on. We are just looking for some debates, though. Thank you so much for coming up, though. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree, y'all. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. Okay, for some reason, it didn't accept that person. We're going to go to the next show.
In the meantime, guys, make sure to share the live out to a couple friends for that peen co-host. Let's get a peen W in the comment section right now. Thank you for the sunglasses.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? How old are you? Oh, they're not even here anymore. Oh my gosh, I just accidentally hit my coins. So I was gonna say specific. Did they respond yet, or is it a no on the response? That was rude. We're just looking for some debates, everyone. Only send a guest request if you disagree. Again, we are just looking for some debates. Again, keep tapping that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 2 million likes, y'all.
He saw it. No, he read it.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
22.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah.
Why so?
Yeah, because in my worldview, right, it's I'm a Christian, so it's against like what God wants.
Yeah, so how do you know that God exists in order to imply that being gay is wrong by virtue of God existing?
How do I know that God exists? I would say because we know that like logic and rationality comes from a being outside of time, space, and matter rather than like rocks and stuff within creation.
I feel like you just pulled that out of your ass, if I'm being honest.
Well, would you agree that would you like agree to the 3 laws of logic?
Yes.
Okay, would you say that they're concepts?
They're conceptual, right? A form of rationalism. Not to mention, so are you implying that God created the 3 laws of logic?
Well, first, right, you said they're conceptual, right?
Right, so are you implying that God created these concepts?
Well, I would say that God is beyond them and
Sweet, so he exists outside of the laws of logic?
yeah, I would say that the laws
Right.
of logic.
So can God exist and not exist at the same time?
No, I don't believe God can contradict himself, no.
So then therefore he does not exist outside of the laws of logic.
That's not what I meant. But I'm going to hold you to what you said before. You said that they're conceptual, correct?
Toonie, thank you for the $5. Yes, they're going to be a form of rationalism, correct? And also, not to mention that you did just say that God created and exists outside of the laws of logic. However, you also just implied that God cannot contradict himself. Therefore, God must be in obedience with the laws of logic. A, this would show God to not be all powerful. And B, when the first statement you said, our rationalism and this logic comes from a God. Well, if it comes from him, but he operates under them, that it didn't come from him.
No. I would say that they're intrinsic to reality. The laws of logic. I would say they're intrinsic to reality.
And reality is dependent upon who?
God, the creator.
So the laws of logic are dependent upon God, the creator. Therefore, he can exist outside of him. Therefore, he'd be able to contradict himself.
No, I don't believe that God can contradict himself. I don't believe that's within his nature.
Yeah, and saying that is a contradiction of the fact that you just outlined the laws of logic as dependency on God.
You realize you pulled off a red herring, right? Like you're taking this off topic.
Not at all. This is not a red herring.
you said to prove God, and you said that the laws of logic are conceptual.
So your proof for God was the fact that we know like the laws of logic came from him. And then I was just showing that that would be misinformation or false because of the contradiction that would arise from that, of God being able to contradict himself.
So where do you believe rationality comes from?
Yeah, I believe it comes from like the complexities of our nervous system.
So you believe that rationality was formed through space rocks?
I believe that rationality was formed through the complexities of our nervous system. Or I could even hold like a dualist perspective and just say that we exist with a soul, and this wouldn't necessarily imply a creator.
So you have to presuppose these different things.
I mean, you presupposed earlier that rationalism had to have came from a creator.
Well, you said that the laws of logic are conceptual, and we know that concepts are mind dependent, correct? Would you agree?
Concepts don't necessarily have to be mind dependent now. Like, I don't think that the laws of logic are mind dependent.
Okay, so where do they exist if it's not within a mind?
Right, so they just exist as like a necessary prerequisite of reality.
Well, I agree it's with reality, but it still has to be conceptualized within a mind.
Yeah, conceptualized within a mind, of course, but we're not talking about the conceptualization of them. We're talking about the existence of them.
That mind is God. I just got you. I'm proving the existence of
So
God.
again, right. So he's saying descriptively speaking, it's going to apply. We are just not going to have the concept of it.
No,
right? Because there's not a mind for there to be a concept.
Okay. So Parker,
right? But there's still consistency. And by the way, Jason, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we could just ask you like how you ground this notion of logic, right? Because you're trying to say that like God is required for this to be some type of like coherent explanation, right?
Yeah, but you guys agree that the laws of logic are conceptual, and if conceptual things that like
Toonie, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much, David. I mean, not the subscription, the Venmo. So we are saying the language used to describe it.
Okay, but concepts are still abstract though, regardless of whatever linguistics you want to use. Like they're still abstract, right? So
okay.
What
do you mean? What do you mean by abstract?
So like they're non-material, immaterial.
So concepts are immaterial. Okay, I don't know if we were using that. So, sure. What about that? Right. Like, even if I were to say that they are immaterial, right? How is that relevant?
Okay, so you would agree that they were Dean agreed that they were a part of reality or within reality.
You can say either or, right? To be honest.
Okay, but would you
appreciate the little ground? Thank you so much. Well, I mean, that can be a part of reality.
Okay,
depends on what you mean.
Would you agree with that it's a part of reality even without humans existing?
Yeah, it's still going to be true.
Yeah, it's just saying that like there can exist a square circle.
Because again, like the language you use to describe it is going to be like based upon humans existing, right? But the consistency itself is going to exist.
Okay, so in what mind? So in what mind do the concepts reside in before humans?
They don't have to exist in. Again, right? We're saying the concepts for it wouldn't exist. Right, but the thing is, it is the idea is still that there is consistency. What's the issue with that? Because all we're talking about is just like conceptually, right? This is what it means.
Well,
this is what we mean.
We can't say that they're abstract, right? But then throw them under the bus when we say that there's no humans to have it in their minds, right? And I think that's where you guys reject the idea of that being the mind of God outside of creation.
Wait, sorry, can you say this again?
Yeah, so I'm talking about the laws of logic, right? If you guys are to agree to them, being intrinsic to reality even before humans are existing, then if we still agree that they're concepts, right, and they're abstract and they would be mind dependent, then why do you guys reject the idea that mind that they reside from would be God?
So again, we don't need. So when we're saying the laws of logic would still exist, we're not necessarily referring to the concept, right? We're referring to the fact that there is consistency. Okay, so the concepts are going to require a mind, yeah, and there's not going to be a concept for that prior to humans' existence. So this
Okay,
is kind
but
of like this is a semantical sort of thing of just how we're defining terms. This isn't
even
really like
even without the quote unquote concept, you said there would still be the same consistency, and I would say that there would be a reason behind that consistency or a mind, which
wait,
then
why
we
does there
come
have to be
into
a reason behind that consistency?
because
Like in terms of a mind. Like what does that reason have to be a mind?
because when humans come into the picture, they're mind dependent, things that we understand, and then they're rational things.
Like language we have is mind dependent?
No, I'm saying that like the way that we observe like the laws of logic, and we would
It's
say
like through our
that
minds, yes, we perceive logic through our minds, sure.
yeah, and we would say that that is like intrinsic to reality before, like regardless of if we are
Dude, all it's
Yeah,
saying is that a
so he
square circle can exist, regardless of if a human does. That's just denoting an observation.
Yeah, he's just referencing like the concept itself, right? And the concept itself does require human beings, right, for there to be a concept or a mind, right? And he's saying that's God, right? But we're not referencing the concept there to be in existence because there aren't humans, right? We're referencing the fact that there is consistency. So what
yeah,
you're
but
doing
that
is you're trying to
that
play on words,
no,
right, to get people to think that they're saying something that they're not actually saying
no,
here.
I forget the wording though, that you're labeling it, you're taking away the concept, and you're just saying that consistency, and I'm saying that that is from God, and then we observe them as, and they're conceptual within our mind.
Again, the language we use to describe it is going to be conceptual. The fact that there is consistency, that in of itself wouldn't be conceptual.
So would you say that the laws of logic are prescriptive or descriptive?
The laws of logic are prescriptive. I mean, you could say that laws of logic are either, right? There's like if there's a contradiction, you should not believe this. Like there's kind of a notion in logic that could be true, but most people are going to reference it in a descriptive sense.
Well, that's how you seem to be referring to them as. That's how you seem to be referring to them as.
In what way? Descriptive?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are descriptive in most
That's why you
contexts.
keep trying to say it's just language and semantics, but Dean agreed that they're intrinsic to reality.
No, what I'm saying is that it is
Not just
impossible for a square
descriptive or
circle to exist
prescriptive.
within reality.
Pardon me?
Simply saying that a square circle can exist in reality.
And Tooney, thank you so much for the Venmo. David as well. I appreciate it.
I don't think your follow up was any good, man. Honestly.
No, that is my assertion, right? That's all I was saying, is that a square circle cannot exist in reality.
Yeah, it's a false equivalence, man.
No, it isn't at all.
It is. It doesn't make any sense to.
Tyler, thank you for the Cash App, and Star, thank you for the Cash App as well.
No, unironically, like all I'm asserting is that there cannot exist a contradiction within a reality. Like A has to equal
I don't see how that has any relevance to what I established.
Like, I mean, when I refer to the laws of logic, I speak in a descriptive sense, right?
Yeah, but so you would you agree that the laws of logic are intrinsic to reality?
Define intrinsic.
Okay, well let me explain it to you like naturally belonging.
Like who's ever, you're literally just relying upon the same conceptual difference, like in terms of just like the way that we're defining terms, right? To be able to try to like essentially show Dean that like, oh, it's going to require a mind here, right? Further to be like some sort of quote unquote grounding to like the laws of logic, right?
Well,
Which isn't entailed by his position at all.
That's what
Appreciate the
sense.
Galaxy. Thank you so much.
That's literally what makes sense. They have to be.
What do you mean? That's what makes sense.
They have to be grounded within a mind.
No, they don't.
Okay,
Again,
so
in terms of
why-
us saying that there is consistency, why does that have to be grounded in a mind?
Why does the
Explain that.
consistency? Why is the consistency conceptualized and grounded within our reality?
Again, the conceptualization just refers to our language. I'm asking, why does the consistency itself, right?
That's because you're trying to spin it to be descriptive, but I'm saying that it's intrinsic to reality.
Okay, I don't see how that's responding to me.
I don't get how you're not seeing what I'm saying.
Because like, what are we referencing is intrinsic, right? It has always existed, or the way they're referencing is just a part of the system or something. What do you
No,
mean by
I'm saying
intrinsic?
I'm basically saying that the laws of logic would be intrinsic to reality instead
What
of
do you mean
just
by intrinsic,
describing
bro?
it.
Clarify.
Okay, like naturally belonging, like with reality,
Appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so what do you mean by naturally belonging?
like not being something separate or describing or prescribing.
Not being something separate, describing or prescribing?
Yeah,
You're just saying it's a part of reality?
yeah, like it's with,
I don't
like
see
it's
how that
with
responds at
reality.
all. Okay? A part of reality?
hmm
Okay, and you're saying it's a part of reality because of your God, right?
No, I'm saying that
Like
the
God puts it into
well, I'm
reality.
saying they would be grounded within a mind, right?
Yeah,
That
what do you mean by
mind would have
grounded?
grounded so the laws of logic are explaining reality, and when we understand them, they're conceptualized.
Okay, so the truth of it is not dependent upon God.
I'm saying God is the mind that it's grounded from.
I really am. I'm really confused what you mean by that.
I
Right? Because
really
again, if it is the case that it's not him like determining the truth of it, I don't know what you mean by ground, right? You're kind of just like saying that God perceives this fact of reality.
well, earlier you were talking about like consistencies, but then you were trying to say that it's just like a language thing, and to say that we just conceptualize the consistencies, like the laws of logic, before
Yeah, that's what the laws of
humans
logic is
existed to
us trying to
observe them.
conceptualize the consistency.
hmm But I would say that it's all abstract. Like I would say that none of it, like all of it's immaterial. So I would say it must have been grounded within a mind, just like how it's grounded within our mind.
I don't see
The
even why
concept of them.
it being immaterial would mean that it has to be grounded. I mean that the
Okay, so
consistency
where,
itself,
so where, so where are
because you're
immaterial
referencing,
things then?
because the immaterial that you're referencing is again just the concepts, right? The one that is in terms of just like based upon humans describing things and perceiving things. Okay,
But it
whereas
must
we're
be
relating to the
conceptualized within
consistency
a mind.
itself. Yeah, dude, I think this is just like we're getting to a circle here because you're relying upon, right, like people not understanding the terminology here.
Wouldn't you agree that they're conceptualized within a mind? The laws of logic.
Oh my God, bro! Like it's yes, the laws of logic. That's the language that we're using to describe, right, the fact of reality, right? But the fact of reality itself there is going to be true, independent of like one of my stances or my attitudes, something like that.
But you're making it into a descriptive sense. And I'm
The
saying that it's
concept
just
is
intrinsic with
descriptive.
reality.
Like the conceptual words in which we use are descriptive of the fact of reality.
Yeah, but what you guys are describing are the consistencies that I'm saying are all concepts at the end of the day. And concepts are mind dependent.
Again, you just keep again. How many times do I have to say the same thing, dude? I've already given you a response to this.
It seems like you just can't answer against it.
What do you mean I can't answer? I've already given you a response, right? I've already told you the concepts are going to be dependent upon our ability to have developed these types of concepts, right? But the fact of itself that we are using concepts to describe is not dependent upon the mind.
Yeah, but
How many times do I have to say the same thing over and over again, Who's?
the things that are being described are things that are in reality.
The things that are being described are within reality.
Yeah, that are true. Like if we were to look at
Okay.
the laws of logic, so if we know that there are true things and there's things that are not true, then those are mind dependent.
You're just referencing the language that we're using. I appreciate
Yeah, but
the
it's
galaxy. Thank you so much.
it's still mind dependent for things to be true or false.
Thank you for the garland.
For not in terms of the concept or in terms of like the fact of reality, right? Because the fact of reality in terms of there being consistency, right? That's not determined by the mind.
In any sense, it would still be within the mind. It would be conceptualized, like right or
Thank you for the
wrong.
arts.
I don't know what you're trying to say here.
A rock.
So,
Look,
But I don't know.
listen.
I don't know why you're trying to say that
Thank
it's
you,
like
Chase.
so I'll
it's going
give
to be
you an
conceptualized
example.
under a naturalist worldview.
If I could give you an example, right?
A rock
So if
will
there's no
always be a
humans,
rock. A will
okay,
always
what?
equal A, independent of external observation of A.
Well, oh, okay, I get what you're saying, right? And I'm gonna give it analogies just so you can understand as well and make sure it adds up with what I'm saying, right? So if there's no humans to observe the fact that there's stars in the universe, right? If there's no humans to observe that, that's still like you would still agree that those
There's still
stars are
stars. There's not the language to describe it. The language is mind
okay.
dependent. The word star, right? But the star in of itself, again, what we're describing, not the language, is going to exist regardless of whether or not we exist.
And the laws of logic would still be true in that
The laws of
scenario,
logic are
correct?
the language that we use to describe it, right? What
Okay.
exists outside of the context of that, the consistency is not determined by whether or not we have the ability to have concepts.
Okay,
Okay,
but
that's
what
not
are we
conceptual.
describing?
I
But
don't know how
what are
many.
we
Dude, what's that?
what are we describing though? You're
We're describing the consistency within reality.
okay. So the consistency is reality and what's
We
happening.
don't need the
So if
description of it in order for it to be true. Does it make sense? Like I don't need to describe something for it to be true.
okay, but
If I don't know how to describe gravity, gravity still exists.
okay, but that consistency
Right,
is
within
mind
not
dependent,
within the
right?
notion in which there's the concept that we've generated, but within the notion that, right, there's going to be, if I drop this little ruler thing, that's going to fall, right? That sort of notion.
Yeah, but that consistency would be mind dependent, and that's my point.
Dude,
It
you
would
just
be
keep
mind
restating the
dependent.
claim, man.
No, it
Is
wouldn't
there
be.
anything
Yeah,
else you
but I
want to
go to
add?
prove it, and then like you take it far off
This
somewhere
is
else,
like
and
this is
Wait,
like
what
boring.
proof did you give for it?
because if it's mind dependent, that reality and the
I never said it was
consistency.
mind dependent. I
Okay,
clarified
but
multiple times that it's not mind dependent.
you can't justify that it's not mind dependent.
What do you mean? We gave reason, right?
Okay, but you agreed
If
that
a tree
We
concept.
falls
made a
in a
distinction
forest,
between the concept and between what's in reality, the same way that when you reference a star, right, there's the concept in terms of the star, and then there's the star in of itself, right?
if a tree falls in a forest and no one is around, does it still make a sound?
Well, this makes a
Okay,
vibration.
so it would still be a true statement or false if it made a sound. So I'm saying that's the consistency of logic which we use in a descriptive sense, right? But we would say that whether anyone was there to observe it or not, there would still be true statements about it.
There'd be a truth factor.
Okay, so what is the truth in relation to? Is it in relation to the concept, or is it in relation to the fact that there would be consistency?
Consistency, but I would say that that's mind dependent.
So wait, why are we saying that's mind dependent?
Because for us to understand it, it's conceptualized. So it also makes sense for
us to
not
understand.
Wait, for us to understand it, right? That's exactly what you're adding. We're saying that we're supposing this is not the case, that we don't exist to conceptualize of it. Is it still true?
Yeah, it still must be mind dependent because it's something that's immaterial, and it's
No.
something
The
that's-
concept is
and it's
immaterial. I
something
rejected the
that's
notion that the
abstract.
consistency is immaterial.
It's abstract though.
No, the consistency.
No. You just said you just literally abstract means immaterial under your view. You just restated the claim. It's
Okay,
not
so
immaterial. The
can you
consistency in
show
of
me-
itself, the concepts, the language we use to describe it is, dude. I mean, who's ever? I think you're just misunderstanding what we're saying here.
So can you show me consistency somewhere then, or is it abstract?
A equals A. I am myself. Right. That's how I would demonstrate the concept to you. The same way that how can you describe with like that's asking me to describe something without a description. That's what you're trying to do.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
I don't think you're seeing the point, man. But at the end of the
I don't
day,
think you're seeing the point.
the Bible at the end of the day shows us that we shouldn't be living a life of like what you have in the background. So that's what I
Yeah,
want
which
to
verse?
come up here and say. But like you obviously
Which
changed the
verse?
topic to like metaphysics and
No, we didn't.
Actually, no. You're the one who brought up precept, dude. What?
well, you guys said
I don't know how he runs precept and then blames us for him running precept.
you guys said how
Like,
do
bro,
I know
what?
God? You guys said how do I know God exists? That was
Yeah,
like a whole different
and you
topic.
grounded it in precept argument because you used God's argument first. I wouldn't have asked you how you know God exists if you didn't bring up God in the first place.
Yeah, that's fine. But I'm just saying, at the end of the day, that's just what I came up here for. Tell you guys that,
Okay,
the
man.
Bible and Christianity teaches against what you have back there.
Yeah, and I think that entails contradictions, right? I don't
How,
think that there's a
how does
basis
that
for
entail a
Christianity.
contradiction?
Does God have free will?
What do you mean free will?
Does God have free will?
Like, what do you
The ability to
like?
do
How do you
otherwise.
can you define what you mean by free will?
The ability to do otherwise
What do you mean otherwise? Otherwise, then what?
than what you would have, or than what you did. Differently than you did.
What God does?
Can God do differently than he did?
Yeah, he can do as he wants. Yeah.
Okay, so God has free will.
Yeah, but he doesn't contradict himself though.
Okay, yeah, I'm not using that point. Can God do evil?
No.
No. Okay. So can there be human beings that have free will that can't do evil?
Can there be what?
Can there be human beings that have free will that can't do evil?
If they're perfect, like Christ was perfect.
Yeah, so can't God just make human beings perfect?
Well, then we wouldn't have free will. Like, we
Wait,
wouldn't have the
does God have free
option.
will?
Yeah, but he has a different
Yeah,
nature
is God
than us.
perfect?
Yeah, but he
So
has a
perfection
different.
doesn't get rid of free will.
No,
So
but he has
they
a
can be
different
perfect and have
nature.
free will, right?
He has a different nature than us.
Okay, why can't God just give us that same nature?
Because God is the source. That's impossible.
That's not, you're not giving me a reason why it's impossible. You just said God is the source. That doesn't tell me why it's impossible.
So
If God is the source, God can also give us that nature.
he can give us a like nature, but not like the identical nature to him.
Why not? So God can't do all things? Possible?
I don't
Because
think.
if he has it, it's possible. So if he can't actualize that, he can't do all things that's possible.
Yeah, but he doesn't contradict himself. It's not according to his nature. How
That wouldn't
he
be
revealed himself.
contradictory. What's the contradiction
It would be.
entailed by God giving us that characteristic?
If he were to multiply himself, like I
No,
think that would
if God were to
contradict
give us that same nature, yeah.
the same exact nature that he has.
I'm talking about in terms of goodness or perfection, right? In terms of like you're flawless in terms of sin.
So you're asking if God can make it so that we can't choose evil, like how he doesn't choose evil.
Like here, I'll ask it this way, right? I today could have gotten Cinnamon Toast Crunch, or I could have gotten Captain Crunch, right? Okay. And there's two possible expressions of free will that God sees. God sees both those expressions, right?
Yeah, but those don't have like moral opposition.
I know. I'm just telling you that there are different things that God sees. Okay, is it
but
possible
that would
today
just
that
be a false
is it possible
analogy.
today that you're just not gonna? Is it possible today that I cannot sin ever today? Like I choose never to sin.
I'm not sure.
You don't know? I don't have free will.
Well, yeah, it's possible to not know it. I think it's possible for a day to not knowingly sin.
To not knowingly sin.
Yeah.
So like so they didn't choose to sin.
Yeah.
So a sin that was non-volitional.
Pardon
So
me?
who caused the sin if it's not them?
Who caused the sin if it's not them?
Yeah.
Well, I would say it would vary case by case, but I don't know. But I know in the Old Testament there's like a sacrifice for like unknowing sins, like just in case.
Yeah, so it isn't possible, right? So it isn't possible for me to engage with reality and to choose not to sin. So can God unknowingly sin?
Can God unknowingly sin?
No, because he
What
has the
type of
knowledge, right?
question
So
is
why
that,
couldn't
right?
God have given us that knowledge?
Why couldn't God give us what type of knowledge?
The knowledge so that like all of the context of morality. The same knowledge that he has to never like unknowingly sin.
That's
In
what.
the same way that God
He showed
doesn't
us.
unknowingly
Yeah,
sin,
he
we could have
showed
that
us.
same knowledge.
Yeah, he gave us commands. When we follow the commands, we're doing
So
his
we do
will.
have that knowledge.
Yeah, but we choose
So then we
to
can't
either.
unknowingly
Yeah,
sin.
but we choose to either follow it or we choose to not follow it.
Okay, you know, in the same way that God never unknowingly sins.
Okay.
How does God produce that?
You asking me how does God?
Yeah, how does God not unknowingly sin? Because he's all knowing, right? So in the same way that he has knowledge that relates to morality so that he will never unknowingly sin, the same way we could give that to human beings. Not Dean, get taking off his headset.
God doesn't sin because it's against his nature.
Okay. So again, right, so again, why can't we have that same nature in terms of morality? So it's against our nature.
You're asking why can't our nature be the same way so that we don't sin?
Mm-hmm.
Because then we would only have the possibility to do what is right, and we wouldn't have.
God only has the possibility to do what's right.
No, I'm saying that he doesn't do what's wrong.
He doesn't do what's wrong, right? So we could just be in the same stance. I'm saying the exact same notion you apply to
but
God.
we have the choice to either do right or do wrong.
Okay, but if God doesn't have that choice, then we don't require that choice in order to have free will, because both of us would be able to have free will.
No, okay, bro, I don't think you're getting it, man. I think this is
What am I not getting here?
I don't think you're getting it.
No, the idea here is that there's going to be a reality if we have free will in which every single individual did the right thing in every single scenario. And that was one possible expression of free will. It could be extraordinarily unlikely for them to choose to do the right thing in every single scenario, but there's at least one reality in which God sees in which those events did occur for every single human being on the planet. And if that's true, there's a reality in which there's free will and no sin. Right? So there's going to be a choice that God has between a reality in which there's free will and no sin and a reality in which there's free will and sin. Given that we exist in the reality in which there's free will and sin, since God is all-knowing, all-powerful, all good, that would tell us that God prefers this reality in accordance with other realities, given all else constant, i.e. free will in both scenarios. So if it is the case that there's sin in this reality, God would prefer sin over no sin, all else constant, which would be a contradiction, right? Because sin is against God's preference. So we'd end with a statement that God prefers a world in which God has a preference against.
No. This is the only world, and God gave man freedom of choice. Man,
if this is the only world, then there's no notion of free will, because I could not have done differently.
And no, man, they had freedom of choice. That's what they had.
No, there's no freedom of choice if there's only one possible world.
Bruh, what are you talking about, one possible?
Yeah, because I could not have done differently than I did. If there's only one possible world, I could not have done differently than I did.
You still have freedom of choice in this world.
Appreciate the boxing gloves. Thank you so much.
There is
you still had
only one
choice
world.
in this world. What do you mean?
You still have freedom of choice regardless.
Even if there's only one possible reality?
No, I'm saying even if there's only one possible world, like you're just playing word games.
Yeah, one possible world. If there's only one possible world, then I could not have done differently than I did, because there's not another possible world where I ate Cinnamon Toast Crunch rather than Captain Crunch.
Bro, that has no moral opposition.
What?
That has no moral opposition. Like, I don't know why you're bringing that analogy with the two different cereals.
No, it absolutely demonstrates the idea that I could have done differently than I did. If it's not possible for me to have done differently than I did, then I didn't have free will.
No, but what we say freedom of choice is like we can choose to obey God or we can choose to disobey God.
Yeah, but you can't do that if you can't do differently than you did.
What are you talking about? You have
if you're saying I can't do differently than I did, then I can't choose to not obey God or choose to obey God. It is simply the case that I'm either going to not obey God or I'm going to obey God. I could not have done differently.
Nah, bro, this is one over your head, man. Like, and this is far.
Yeah, it's definitely over my head. Definitely over my head, for sure. For sure.
I'm done, man. Thanks for having me up, though. But like, this is just
peace out, man.
The topic, bro.
Peace out, man. Well, Danny's gonna talk to you about this later. So see you later, man. All right, we're gonna go on to the next person. Only send a guest request. If you disagree, tap that screen, everyone. Let's try to get to 2 million likes. If you want to help get out to more people, share the live. Let's try to get to 2,000 shares. Let's go on to the next person, though. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Dean's back. L Dean, chat. L Dean. Dean's like, pre-sup, I'm done.
No, I'm making ramen. I swear.
Appreciate the galaxy. Thank you so much. Hi, appreciate it.
I had to go throw some ramen in. Hi, thank you so much for that.
W,
Galaxy.
honestly. Okay, for some reason it's not accepting this person. I'm trying to get someone up here. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree, everyone. We are just looking for some debates. Thank you. I appreciate the cash app. Thank you so much, Ronan. Jojo, I appreciate the Venmo. Thank you so much.
Scott, I appreciate that Venmo as
Yo,
well.
what's up? How old are you?
35.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I don't, but I do have a point that every single man that's come into this as a guest is only ever discussing gayness between two men. Has anyone brought up like I know on the other lives you did a few days ago, you brought up what about two women?
Mm-hmm.
I think a good debate or a good topic would be to challenge them. What are their thoughts on two women together?
Oh, yeah, I definitely will bring that up every once in a while.
Yeah, it seems to be just the idea that men think it's yucky, two men together, blah, blah, blah. And then they just go for the way that homosexual two men have intercourse is the main topic. So two women, and also you can't be telling me that all these men that are coming in aren't getting on their computers and not looking at God knows what that involves that backdoor activity, or two women on a man. Like they're very contradictory to themselves. I would like to know their thoughts on gay women, and they need to move on from the two gay men topic.
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Have a fantastic night. We're going to go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you do disagree. We are just looking for some debates, everyone. You already know the deal. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, y'all. Yo, Leah, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Okay, for some reason, it's not accepting this person. We're going to go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree, everyone. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hey, I'm 29.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I think we're all equal. No one person is greater than the other. I do believe
Do you think that being gay is wrong or moral?
I do believe it's immoral. So I guess this is just gonna come down to and also that doesn't mean that I'm saying that I'm judging them or throwing shade or anything. Once again, like
Wait, if you're saying that it's wrong, you're quite literally judging them.
True.
No,
Very
dude.
true.
I mean, just like someone who has like lied before. Like I'm not like, oh, like I'm better than you because you've lied. Or, like,
But you saying it's immoral is still judging them for lying.
No, dude. Because I'm saying.
Wait,
that I'm
so
equal
let me
with
ask you a
them.
question.
I believe I'm equal.
What is Judgment Day?
What is Judgment Day? It's like I guess that would be like when Jesus Christ is like coming back and then everybody gets judged.
What does God judge you on?
At the end, for each one of our actions, and if you have
whether or not you committed a sin. So if you say something is wrong or a sin, you're judging someone. Appreciate that mustache. Thank you so much. Based upon your own notion of Judgment Day.
No, dude, because look, like if you have
I mean, it's by definition Judgment Day, right? So like just to kind of like further
no, that's
the narrative
God's
in which
job.
So you're
not
saying
mine.
so you're saying that God is judging them, but you're not.
Yes.
So then why are you calling it immoral?
Because I'm agreeing with what God is like laid out like in the Bible.
So what God is judged. So it's still judgment. Yeah.
No, because see, like I'm saying that I am equal with everyone. I'm not better than anybody. Everybody's equal. We have all sinned, and if you accept Jesus Christ as
Well, when you come back, why don't you go ahead and tell us why it's wrong? What verse in the Bible condemns homosexuality?
I really don't want to get into just like quoting scripture, if that's okay. But
Well, I
you
mean,
can...
well, hold up. The scripture is going to be your justification for that moral claim.
Oh, dude. All right, I'll get on the computer.
Here, just name a number 1 through 5.
Hold on. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Name a number 1 through 5.
Yeah.
3.
Okay, so that's going to be Romans. Search up Romans 1, and then tell me what that says about homosexuality.
Okay.
No, there's no point. Like, dude,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I really don't feel like doing this.
No, the point I'm getting to is that you don't even know a fucking verse in your book that says this one. So how do you know it's wrong?
Yeah, I don't
Two,
have it all
the point is that why
memorized.
would the book even be justified in describing to us what's right and wrong about morality?
I don't have it all memorized.
You don't need to memorize it, but knowing a verse that considers it wrong as you're going on a live to say it's wrong is
Yeah,
probably fucking
kinda
relevant, to be honest
crazy.
with you.
But I guess I was kind of trying to steer the conversation in the way back of like trying to understand free will, because this is what it really comes down to. You keep bringing up this point that like because God chose to do things a certain way, then that therefore means that he is evil because he chose this reality.
No, it would just be that there was a contradiction. Right, because it would imply that God did do something evil, as God preferred evil over no evil. Which is evil.
Wouldn't be a contradiction.
If you prefer evil over no evil, that's literally you preferring evil.
It would I mean, it's not a contradiction if the whole point is that
if God is all good, all good, yet does something evil. That doesn't really make sense to me.
No, so see, if we didn't have free choice, I mean, if we didn't,
it's so good, man. I was so hungry. I'm so sorry.
Free choice, and I know it's just gonna get back into the just like the circular like argument where it really just comes down to like choice. Like if we choose, well, I mean, we have choice. Like that literally describes it and takes the contradiction out of the picture. I don't understand how that doesn't.
Wait, how does the contradiction get taken out of the picture? How?
Because the whole point is that in this life that we are.
Are you just gonna say free will? I swear every Christian thinks that that's like the unexplained aspect. I'm literally clarifying that both of these realities have free will. It's already been established that both these realities have free will. So how can you say one of these realities doesn't have free will if you've already established that the reality has free will?
Because in one, there would literally be like no such thing as good or bad. And then how would we even know what is good or bad?
Does God know what's good and bad?
Yeah,
prior to existence. Okay, so prior to creation, there was no evil, as God is all good. Yet God still understands what evil is, even though there isn't evil in the world. Does that make sense?
Yeah, then also not to mention that
so he understands.
If we didn't understand what good and bad were, this wouldn't dismiss the notion of like free will. Like here's the thought experiment. Imagine like a particularly like low probability of the set of events occurring, but still imagine the set of events occurring. Every single human that has ever existed and ever will until the end of time only does right things. And this happens out of free will, naturally, and this is the course of reality. I'm talking, a 0.000000001% chance of this happening, but it happens, right? Would free will still exist?
If what was the case?
Okay. Everyone just never did anything bad, but this wasn't from any form of coercement. Everyone just got lucky.
Would free will still not exist if it was just good?
You're good.
I can understand what you're saying, but at the same time, like it's, I would just raise the point that like it's honestly it's beyond our comprehension.
No, it's not.
We're trying to like understand why God did things the way that He did.
So what I'm hearing is you cannot answer my question. So then, also, if it's beyond our understanding, then why did you try to understand it in your assertment to Parker that it wouldn't exist? It's like, as soon as you like find a way to manipulate something into benefiting yourself, you can give a very strict, hard answer. But as soon as I ask you one of the hard questions that would show this contradiction, it's beyond your understanding.
I kind of got lost, to be honest. So what you were saying, it like out of all these, can you explain it again?
You don't mind understanding God when it benefits you, but as soon as you get asked a hard question, God is beyond your comprehension.
Well, I mean, I'm not understanding the scenario.
Maybe I'm beyond your comprehension. I don't know.
Yeah, Jake, man, it seems like we're kind of getting a little circular here. Is there anything else you want to add or talk about?
Nah, dude. I guess I just wanted to say, like, I mean, I love everybody. I'm not putting it. I think we're all equal, and that's really all I wanted to say, dude. I think that I personally just think that like free will explains everything, and that if if it was like if we didn't have free will, then we would be forced into doing things a certain way, and I don't know, man. It just kind of
free will doesn't explain it, but I appreciate you coming on, man. Thank you so much.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate it. All right, let's go on to the next person. Only send a guest request if you disagree. We are just looking for some debates. Everyone, keep tapping that screen in the meantime. Whoa. Sorry, there was a fucking fly, and it just like went onto my iPad, and it was like started walking on my iPad. I was like, "What the fuck is going on? What is that?"
Yo,
that scared the fuck out of me, dude.
That was God right there. He's mad at you.
Nah, don't worry, Nat.
What's up, man? How old are you? Oh,
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Sorry, my bad.
36.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yeah, I will say that it's wrong because all gay people are beautiful, and this is not fair for women.
I think she's trolling.
Yeah, she is. They're beautiful. W beautiful in the chat.
Yeah, W beautiful gaming.
Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Hello.
Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
No. I think that there's misrepresentation of Christians, like 9 out of 10. And I don't think gay is being wrong. It's not wrong. I think that the Bible was written in parables and that the Old Testament...
Wait, so do you believe that gay intercourse is wrong?
No.
All right, we are just looking for people who debate, who want to debate, but I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much, Robin. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. We're going to go on to the next person. Again, only send a guest request if you disagree. Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for the hand arts as well. Kay, thank you for the subscription as well. Yo, what's up? How old are you?
What?
How old are you?
27.
For sure. Do you think that being gay is wrong or immoral?
Yes.
Okay, why?
Because I think it's a choice, and everyone that says they're born with it, it's a lie.
Okay, so why would it be wrong if it's a choice? Hello?
Hello?
Why would it be wrong if it was a choice?
Is being straight a choice?
Well, no, it's not wrong that it's a choice. I just think that by saying you're born with it is wrong because it's a choice. Like you choose to be bisexual, you choose to be heteroflexible, you choose to be gay. Which one are you choosing?
Right. So, can you choose to be attracted to dog shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the percentages of people that go to prison.
No, can you? Can you choose to be attracted to dog shit?
Yeah, you could. I mean, have you watched porn before?
I have.
Okay, do you know that people, like, get off to that type of stuff?
That doesn't mean that they chose it.
They chose the action of getting off, but they didn't choose to be aroused by it.
But how do you know that?
Like people choose to act upon their desires, but they don't choose their desires when it relates to sexual attraction. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but you do if you think about it.
Wait, no. So wait, right now you could choose right now to get sexually aroused by dog shit.
Yeah, if you recognize.
Yeah.
Explain to us that.
No, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much.
If that was your fetish, then yeah.
No, not if. Could you right now?
Me, no, because I don't.
No, so you can't. If you can't choose, what makes you think other people can choose?
Well, because I'm choosing not to.
So you can choose to.
Well, I'm choosing not to be.
Listen, Randy. Listen, Randy. Can you choose right now to be aroused by dog shit?
Yes, I could choose, but I'm choosing not to be.
Okay, so this is going to be a little bit of a contradiction with the science, right? So, like this study that I have behind me, it's titled Sexual Orientation and the Size of the Interior Commissure in the Human Brain. It denotes, it denotes, the fact that, we only observe like this larger interior commissure within the neuroanatomy of gay men. We also observe like other physicalities having a correlation to sexual orientation, such as traits of the hypothalamus or such as associations on the genome, right?
This is
so,
what
like my big contention, my big contention with this whole idea that it is a conscious choice to be gay, it is that the science disagrees in the sense that they can correlate physicalities of the brain and of the body with being gay. And if that is the case, if these studies hold to be true, then it could not possibly be a conscious decision, because you can't consciously decide your neuroanatomy or your genome.
Okay, yeah, I mean, okay, that's cool if you want to say that, and that's how you see it. Okay, but this is what I'm saying. So, like, if you by yourself are just saying like you can't help it, right? But yet you have like people that go to prison say that you are in prison for X amount of years, right? For say like 15. You look at this, it's like anything that like men and women that go to prison. Do you actually think that they're all gay? Because you know they're all doing stuff in there.
Yeah, so being gay is not defined by like the act of the intercourse. It's defined by the sexual arousal and attraction, right? So these men that like engage in intercourse in prison, they're not gay, right?
But they're
I bet if you walked up to one of them and called them gay, they'd probably punch you in the face. And B, simply engage in the act of intercourse is not expressive of sexual attraction or
But you have to
arousal in
you
that
have to
sense.
be aroused to have sex, correct?
Yeah, and they are aroused to the idea of a
B-O-N-E-R, right?
woman.
You have to be
However, no,
B-O-N-E-R
they are
to
aroused to the
have
idea of a
sex with
woman.
somebody, right?
However, due to like the extraneous circumstances of
So you're
prison,
aroused
right,
and
they
you're
cannot do it
choosing
with a woman.
to be with a man in prison if you're a straight man in prison and you
And
got
also,
prison
by
for
the
20
way,
years.
it is the case that just because it is associated with the idea that someone, thank you, I appreciate the Jess, thank you so much for the subscription. Someone engages in gay intercourse after they go to prison. That doesn't mean it like going to prison caused them to engage in gay intercourse, necessarily speaking.
Right, but what if they wanted to do it because they're in there for life? Does that mean that they're gay?
If someone has a attraction from it, absolutely. Like so if you get sexual attraction,
It's a
arousal,
choice.
no, it's not a choice.
So Dean, if you went to prison for the rest of your life, what would you do in prison? Would you choose to do what?
Nothing.
So me personally, I'd choose to do nothing, right?
So exactly. So you chose.
Would you wait, Randy? If you went to jail, would you have intercourse with a man?
No, because I'm choosing.
Oh,
To.
okay.
That's
So
what I'm trying to say. You're still
okay, so
choosing it.
could
It's a
you choose
choice.
to do so? Would you? I mean, choose to do so to want to like engage in intercourse with a man?
I mean, it's the
Not
same
to
thing.
engage
It's
in
the
intercourse,
same
but to
thing.
want to.
If you're saying that gay people, men and women, I don't have a problem with being gay, but I think, in my opinion,
Wait, Randy, I just have a question. Could you choose to be sexually attracted by your mother?
no, here I'm not answering that. Let me speak real quick. So, like, if
I like how you just breezed over all the science, man.
I know, I did because that I mean, you have all that from 2017, right?
That
You
study was
remember
from
you remember
2017.
Stormy that came in here? You have all that old all that stuff that you have pulled up on your computer. It's from 2017. There's more research that's found in what was it, 2018 or 2017 or something like that.
And what does
Or
that indicate?
2019, and it was it's old evidence. But
No, what does the new evidence indicate?
that there's no genome.
What do you mean? No, that's not true at all. Right? There is
Dean,
absolutely
so Dean,
genetic
you're telling me right now,
predispositions
Dean, you
towards
don't
being.
remember Storm
Hold
telling me
up. There's no. Hold up. You need to listen. There are genetic predispositions towards being straight and towards being gay. There's no one single gene, right? But it is the case that there are multiple genes in which have predispositions towards being this way.
Okay,
like
so
multiple
if
gene
you're
expressions.
if you're born gay, so you're saying that child molesters are born being child molesters?
If they have an attraction towards children, yes, I do think that they are born with like the
You're
necessary
twisted, bro.
characteristics to be that way. Yeah.
You're no, you're, but that's
It's also going to be backed by
you're
science.
still choosing to do that to a child.
Right. The action is a choice,
Yeah.
but the attraction is not.
Exactly.
Okay,
Again, we're
that's
not
the same
disputing
thing
the
as
idea
being
that you
gay,
can't
though.
act upon your desires.
But the attraction is a choice.
No, it's not a choice. Again, can you choose to be aroused by me and Dean right now?
Yeah, if you really wanted to, you could.
No, you can right now.
Yes, you
Say
could.
I.
If
No,
I
say
really
I. No, say I.
No, I'm not saying I. I'm
No,
saying
no,
I
say
know you.
I.
I know you can't do it. Well,
If I
actually,
wanted
we can test this. Do it right now. The person next to you can confirm. Do it right now.
Do what right now?
Just choose to real quick to prove your point. Randy, honestly, you could defeat this entire argument by quickly choosing to just right now and then choosing not to, never to do it again. And we could have the person next to you confirm it. Just do it really,
you're
really,
still
really
choosing,
quickly
right?
and
Am
then
I
never,
choosing?
ever do it again.
Yeah, but am I choosing though?
No, Randy, just do it like
Do
really
it right
quick.
now,
You
right
understand?
now.
You understand
No, I
that
already
like
told
me
you
and
I'm not
wait,
doing
hold up, Randy. Hold
but
up,
I'm
Randy. Give me a
saying,
second.
like,
Give me a second. Give me a second. Me and Parker have not lost a debate when it comes to like to the topic of being gay as a choice or not. We've never, right? And right now you can humble us. You can humiliate us. You can show us that we are so wrong in every unequivocal sense by
I
just
mean, no,
choosing to
I
for
think y'all lose.
3
I think y'all lose
seconds.
all the
Choose to
time.
for 3 seconds right now.
No,
And then
I
never
think
do it again.
no, I think that y'all lose all the time, especially Storm. When Storm
He
came in the
can't do it.
chat,
He can't do it.
I'm not gonna do it because I'm not like that.
No,
Because
No,
just do
you
it real
can't
quick.
do it. Wait, I'm not like that. Want to know why you're not like that? Because you're not gay.
because I'm not
Appreciate the
choosing
hearts. Thank you
to.
so much.
I'm not choosing to. So you're telling me a
No,
man?
not because you're no. So choose to do it right now.
No,
Again, the
but you're
person
telling.
right next
But
to
you're
us,
telling me.
right
You're
next to
telling
you,
me.
can
I know
confirm.
that you're telling me a man
Just
has
choose
a
it really
choice
quickly.
to
Choose
walk
it right
around
now,
as
Randy.
a girl.
Please, man. Just do it.
Only for a second. Only for a second.
No, I'm asking you. I mean, like you might get off to it, but I'm not going to do that. But that I'm choosing
I
not
like I
to.
like how he tried to use that as a joke, right? Would you like to please like actually like follow through with your point here? If you can do this, do it right fucking now.
Okay,
Do it.
so if it wasn't a choice, why is there
Yeah,
always
like how he can't do it.
no no
Thank you for
no
the
I have
hand
a
art. No,
wait. I
just
have a
do it right
question.
now.
I'm not. I already told you I'm
I
not
think
doing
I
it.
just came up with a good argument. I think I just. Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
If sexual attraction is a choice, then why does erectile dysfunction exist?
Erectile. I don't know because you drink a lot of beer. I don't know.
No, we see like genetic erectile dysfunction.
But that has nothing to do with being gay.
Sure. No,
If a
no. The
gay, if a
correlation
gay
is
man,
that
the
no. Let
only
me explain
way
the
that I would
correlation.
possibly believe that you were gay, if a gay man had a
Can I
woman
can I
sit on his
explain the
lap that was
correlation?
naked and he didn't get hard, then I would probably believe him.
Can I explain
But
the
there's
correlation
no
here?
way
Can I
in
explain the
hell that a
correlation, Randy?
man could let
Randy, can I
a
explain the
naked woman.
correlation?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
ahead.
explain the correlation? Yeah, so genetic erectile dysfunction is a condition in which someone cannot choose to like they cannot get a BONER. They cannot have like their male member be erect, right? And this like impacts the quality of life. It impacts like their ability to engage in the act of intercourse. It impacts all of these things. No matter what they do, they cannot choose to be aroused or like get a BONER, right? So if it was a choice, they should be able to choose to just get that arousal. But it seems as if they can't. So sexual arousal isn't a choice, right? Because erectile dysfunction exists.
I mean, but I mean, I understand that, but you can also say that about if the mom and the dad were on drugs and they had a kid and something happened to them, like when they were born, like that too, as well. It just all just don't come from.
So you're saying that sexual orientation is not a choice if the parents took drugs?
No, I'm just saying like
So
I
are you
mean they
just
probably
speaking words?
no, I'm saying like they could probably like grow up in this world that we're living in and see everything it being okay. I mean, you said
What?
I have multiple friends that claimed one year that they were like straight gay, and then turn around and have a husband or turn around and have a wife. And then but then you could say, oh no, they were bisexual and they didn't know it, but that's just all a choice because
You still haven't
really,
engaged with a thought experiment whatsoever. If sexual arousal exists, and if sexual arousal is a choice, then why does there exist medications to get sexually aroused?
because they're broken, I guess.
Oh, so if you can't choose your sexual arousals, you're broken?
Bro,
So when gay men say they didn't choose to be gay, they're just broken?
I mean, that's how I would see it. Like, if I wouldn't see it like
Right.
as broken, I would see it more as like maybe
Right.
like a mental health thing.
Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. So they're broken. They
Right.
have this mental health thing where they couldn't choose their sexual orientation and they're just gay, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is that the World Health Organization, the American Psychiatric Association, the American Medical Association, the Endocrine
Oh, I
Society,
got this.
the British Psychological Society, the Royal College of Psychiatrics, the Canadian Psychological Association, the Australian Psychological Society, the European Society
But
for
I
Sexual
mean,
Medicine, the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American Academy of Family Physicians, the American Counseling
no, I like.
Association, the American Public Health Association,
Yeah,
the Netherlands
that's
Institute for
cool.
Brain
That's
Research, the
cool and
Center for
all.
Neurodoctorate Studies at the University of Pittsburgh in Massachusetts, and the Center for Neurochronology at UCLA, and the World Health and the WPATH and the BPS and the AAP and the ACP and the APHA all say that being gay is not a mental illness. In fact, there's not one institution of medicine or science that does deem it as a mental illness.
Okay,
One
so what
medical
do you?
health professional
Okay,
that does
so
deem it as a mental illness. And the only people that deem it as a mental illness are people that don't know what they are and do
okay,
not
so
have
do you have
any background in
evidence?
medicine.
Do you have evidence that it's a mental illness, that it's not a mental illness for child molesters?
No,
Yeah,
I've
so let me
I've
wait.
evidence that it is the DSM.
Okay, let me see. Can you pull it up?
He said the DSM. Let's look up the DSM-5.
So
But
child
let me ask you
molesters
this
have like
question,
effects
right?
in their brain, right?
What?
So you're telling me that any child molesters have a dysfunction in their brain?
Actually,
Well,
no.
what do you
Actually,
mean by dysfunction?
wait. Actually, no. The DSM-5 states it isn't, and that was very controversial. So no, it's not technically a mental illness.
Oh, I thought you were referencing DSM-5.
Yeah,
But
no.
yeah, I thought he was referencing choice.
So you're telling me that they're born.
I thought you were referencing choice. But
Right.
so like here, let me just can I ask you this question? Right.
Yeah.
So do you agree that there are some old couples that cannot be sexually attracted to each other anymore?
No, I think that's come with age.
So they can't be attracted to each other?
No, they're
But I
attracted.
thought it was a choice.
They're attracted to one another, but I don't think they maybe have sex all the time. But that don't mean
No, they're not. No, there are some couples that cannot be sexually attracted to each other. There's some. Thank you for the hand tower. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. There are some people that try really hard to be sexually attracted to this one person, and they can't. They can't do it. So you're essentially saying that these people don't exist,
no.
right? Because they can't find sexual attraction when they really want to. They want to be able to do this.
So what Parker, are you gay?
No, I'm not.
Are you bisexual?
No.
So what are you?
Straight.
You're straight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also,
is that funny or something?
Also, just to get back to it, so the DSM-5 classifies p-threadophilic disorder as one who has acted upon their sexual urges. So this is like someone who does bad stuff with a kid.
So why does that not relate to someone being gay if they have a sexual urge with being with someone of the same sex?
Right, because p-threado results in rights violations, trauma, grape, assault, and a lifelong of pain and suffering and harm. What rights violations, trauma, pain, grape, assault, rights violations, and suffering and harm does consensual same-sex intercourse result in?
So basically it's just all scientific proven studies that they're just born like that when gay people are they're just.
Oh, the statement that I'm making is that p-threadophilia is bad because it results in harm, suffering, rights violations, and trauma. And like homosexuality is not bad because it doesn't result in harm, rights violations, harm, suffering, trauma, and pain.
Can you answer this question? Where did AIDS come from?
Not too sure. Should I look it up?
It's like a monkey.
So it came from
Appreciate the handout. Thank you so much.
I think it came from two men having intercourse and then spreading it because they wasn't gay once they thought they were, and then they went.
No, so it did not come from gay men at all. That's an absolute lie. You have no evidence for that. Give me a single source that says that. You know, you whipped that right out of your ass. You threw it at the fucking wall and said, "Trust me, bro. Please trust me, bro. Please, 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 just trust me, man. Look it up right now. Trustmebro.org."
No, I mean, trust me, bro. I'm not looking that specific thing up. I mean, I just want to know where it came from.
Again, I just told you, right?
I mean, I don't have a problem with gay people at all, but I just think it's a choice. I mean, I have like multiple gay friends as well, but they're really like two-sided on it. I have like some that will admit it, like, no, it's definitely a choice. I just don't want to have like a woman in my life, or vice versa.
Or a chimpanzee, right? You can just look it up from the CDC. It says you can look up where did HIV come from? HIV infection in humans came from a type of chimpanzee in Central Africa.
So I know, but how did it spread?
It was a virus transmitted from an ape or monkey to a human when a hunter or a bushmeat vendor was bitten while hunting or butchering the animal.
So how did the human translate the disease to another human?
I don't know.
Well, actually, this is transmittable by all types of intercourse. There's just a heightened predisposition
Right, but where
for
did
anal
the first one
intercourse.
come from? How did it first come? He just now said a man, right?
We
just
see a
now said
correlation
that.
between. Oh, wait, I have a question, right? Where did chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, HPV,
Right. Right.
trichomonas,
That's fine. And that goes to my
MG,
argument where
bacterial
it's not
vaginosis, and
wrong.
crabs come from?
I'm not saying that it's wrong to have intercourse, but you're saying that child molesters and that stuff, all that stuff relates to harm, which and
Hey,
what you're saying is
no, the point
correct.
that I was just
But
making is you were trying to
if they
assert the
then have
notion.
sex, that really relates to harm as well.
No, actually, that's so far off of what I just said. So the point that I was just asserting is you were trying to push the notion that AIDS came from gay people, and this is going to be false. It came from a chimpanzee. This is publicly accessible information on the CDC's website.
Okay,
But
but how
like,
did it
I'm
start?
also willing to say here, even if it did come from gay people, that this wouldn't necessarily correlate to homosexuality as being immoral, because chlamydia, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, HPV, trichomoniasis, MG, BV, and crabs all came from straight people. So does that mean that being straight is more wrong than being gay? Because
I'm
more of these
I'm not
STIs
saying
and
that it's
STDs
wrong.
have been started by and been transmitted by straight people, when in comparison to this one that you say has been started by and been transmitted by gay
I'm
people.
not saying that it's wrong. I'm saying that it's
That
a
is the notion that you're asserting, yes.
no. I'm saying that's a choice. But when I said about the rapist, you say, oh, it causes harm, and I said, oh, well, if that's the case, then where did AIDS come from? Because we all know where AIDS come from.
Oh, if you're asserting AIDS is harm, that's not like the
I
notion of
mean,
harm
but
in
didn't
which I'm
it kill
using it,
people back
right?
then? They didn't have a cure, right?
Do you mind if like I explain to you like the notion of harm in which
So
is
okay,
being
hold on.
used?
Hold on.
Do you
I'm
mind
gonna
if I no? Do you mind 1 second? No, let me like assert the notion of harm in the way that I'm using it, right? So when I'm referring to harm in the case of like P30Os and like doing shit with minors, like this is going to be harm because it's non-consensual intercourse,
correct.
right? Like the minor did not
So
consent to
you
this
don't think that
action,
a gay
right?
man can have you don't think a gay man can rape another man?
I think if a
By the
gay
way,
man.
so our order essay, please, man.
Right. So I think that can happen. In fact, I think it does happen. But I think when that does happen, that will not make like homosexuality wrong. It's going to make that individual wrong. Like, I mean, 95% of rape is perpetuated by straight men. So does that mean that being straight's wrong? Yes or no?
No, that I'm not saying that it's wrong.
Right. So then there's going to be like no relevance to the debate
I'm
at
not saying
hand.
that gay's wrong. I'm just saying that it's a choice. I'm not saying that gay's wrong.
Right. But what was the first question that was asked of you? We asked you, why is being gay wrong? And you said, because it's a choice.
Right.
So what's it like again, like we've completely like refuted this notion that it's a choice. I showed you literal science. Like just follow me for a second. I
Okay.
showed you literal science. That's not literal science. I'm sorry. It's a bit different when I'm co-hosting here. Just give me a second. I showed you literal science. I have like so many of these. Like I could just continue to scroll through and I could keep on clicking. Anyways, so then we also brought you up deductions about the fact that you probably couldn't choose to be sexually aroused by dog shit right now, but you decided to die on that hill, right? I also brought up the case of erectile dysfunction and the fact that there exist medications to boost sexual arousal. And if sexual arousal was a choice, well, then why would we need a medication to boost it? I thought it was a choice. Right, and then there's been all these notions put forward to show that it's not a choice. Right, then on top of the fact that like animals, say in the animal
But don't
kingdom, can't make
erectile
conscious
dysfunction.
decisions in the same way that we do, yet we observe them being homosexual. Therefore, if they're gay and they can't make decisions, being gay must not be a decision. I mean, like, there's been so much put forward here, man.
Right. This is the thing though, like, so if you have friends, Dean, and they're gay, right? And I have multiple friends that are gay. I'm not saying that it's wrong, but again, I'm saying that it's a choice. And you keep on going back to the sexual.
Randy, you just keep on saying it's a choice. And whenever I bring up any evidence to refute that claim, you just ignore it, you don't talk about it, and then you just say
Well,
it's a choice again.
there's nothing I could say about it because I don't have research on it like you do. I'm just telling you my
Okay, no,
why.
Randy, no, see, when we engage in debate, what we have to do is engage in the debate.
Right.
And all that you're doing is you're just sitting here, just saying it's a choice. When me or Parker try to argue against it, you don't respond to the objections, you don't counter them, you just continue to say it's a choice. So, one question: can people choose the size of the interior commissures?
No.
Then why do we see a correlation between the size of the interior commissure and homosexuality?
I have no idea.
Right. Can people choose their sexual arousals?
Yes.
Then why do we see medication to give people sexual arousals?
Because I think it heightens it, and in some cases I think it's from age, and it's
If
not.
it was a choice, couldn't they just
So
heighten it themselves?
erectile dysfunction is not in like men that are in their 20s. Like
Yes, it is.
if you ever see like commercials for
There
like
does
stuff
exist
like
ED
that,
in men that are in their 20s. 1 out of 4 men,
because it's
regardless of age, have ED.
because something may have happened maybe, but
So for these individuals, it's not a choice?
no, not for them, no.
Oh, so it's for like it's only a choice for some people? So you can choose to get a BONER right now?
If I probably tried, yeah.
Can you do it?
No, not like right now because I'm choosing not to.
I'm not
Again, choose to do it right fucking now, buddy.
End the whole debate right now. In the whole debate.
I'm saying that I'm choosing not to be, right?
I know, Randy, can you just end the debate by choosing to real quick? Just end this whole thing. Embarrass us.
No.
Embarrass me and Parker by just choosing to real quick.
No, because I have the choice to.
I know, but like just embarrass, humble me and Parker.
Yeah, if you have the choice to, just debunk our whole live right now.
Yeah, no, everyone start screen recording and get ready to upload this and say Dean and Parker get humbled. Like I will concede and call like I will recant everything that I've said in a collective of over like 35 million people over the course of like the last 4 months on live every night by this moment right here. You can completely humble me and Parker right now by just choosing to get a boner.
No. Because I choose not to. You just now said I'm choosing to get a boner, right?
Why don't you want to humble me and Parker? If it's a choice, just do it.
Because I choose not to.
Why?
If I choose not to, I choose not to. It's simply the same way if I were to do it.
I'm asking you why you're choosing not to right now when there is such an incentive to choose to.
Because I don't want to be gay at the moment.
No. Don't be gay. Think about you like get a BONER to like you're like not a man.
Okay, so
do it to the guitar sitting right behind Dean right now. Dean, grab that guitar.
Yeah. Hold up. Yeah, let's do that.
Oh yeah, that guitar. Oh
yeah, the guitar.
Oh yeah.
All right, Randy. Do it to the guitar, baby.
I can't.
Oh.
Oh.
No. Oh.
I can't do it. Because I choose not to, though.
What the fuck?
Where did everybody go?
Yeah, why did we come back at like the same time?
That's fine. That's timing, bro. Yeah, that peen fucking. Yo, that peen timing's crazy.
I still would like though to see.
That peen timing's crazy. Let's go.
Child, choose to do that. See if has any fight in this.
Can you just admit it's not a choice, man? Come on.
Do what?
I'm a straight man sitting here looking at you like you're fucking insane. I've no
yeah, no,
clue
like I just think it's really funny because like regardless of whether or not it's a choice, it doesn't help you out. You just want it to be a choice to say that you can do it. You know?
Well, no. The real reason is because I have like I'll be honest, like I have in my lifetime I have had several friends that were gay, and some don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna lie, I won't front, I won't lie to you, I'll be straight honest with you. Some I see as men that are gay and they're actually like gay. They only been with like dudes, and then like women as well. But then you have some that were like oh, I've been in a relationship with my husband and he's a man for 8 years, and then turned straight like just straight out of the blue. And you have that happen a lot. You have it happen a lot through society, but yet you don't in society you don't go outside and see like 2 80-year-olds.
Why do they turn straight?
I don't know. I mean, in their lifetime, I don't know because I think it's a choice, just like they thought it was at one point.
No, most of the time it's going to be religion, right? Saying it's wrong. Dude, this
Yeah,
fucking fly is just like
Wait,
really having fun.
if
I'm
if
about to kill this shit.
kill that. If okay,
but
I
like,
have a
so
question. I have a
people
question.
say they,
Randy, I have a
they will be
question.
sexual. Like
If
I'm
if
having a hard
if
time wrapping my
sexuality, if homosexuality was a choice, then why did conversion therapy show like no one converted? Like why didn't conversion therapy work?
I don't know because they're like is what you're wanting me to say is because they're born like that, correct?
I mean, I want you to agree with the science. I want you to agree with the external reality around you. I want you to realize that you're wrong. Yeah.
Well, yeah,
So,
like
like, I showed you the science. I brought up the analogy to erectile dysfunction. I brought up the animals in nature. I brought up the fact that conversion therapy has shown an efficacy rate of 0% over the last 100 years. I've brought up the fact that there doesn't exist like one institution or medical health professional that says it's a choice. I brought
right.
up the
So like
fact that like
you
there's
have
not
like
one academic study that says it's a choice. I know like another fact, like why do so many people choose to be gay that just leads to their persecution and belittlement? Like I mean I mean I'm sure that there's people in the chat right now that are gay that will tell you if they could choose they'd be straight, right? I'm so willing to bet that. And like, you know, let
good.
me know in the comment
I would
section
like
down
to
below if I'm right,
I would like
right?
to
You know what I mean? Like I also bet that, you know,
what they
like
had.
then why do we if sexuality was a choice, then why do we see like radical feminists being straight? Because radical feminists quite literally like don't like men at all, right? So why wouldn't they just choose to be with women? You know what I mean? Like, or what about like misandrists? You know, why don't they choose to be gay? There's so many fucking ways we could go about this. I mean, I talked to a guy in my life the other day. I brought him up, and he pretty much straight
Yeah,
up told
I
me,
watch you all the time, by the way.
nice, thanks,
I
man.
watch you all the time, by the way, and you have awesome people that come up here sometimes. I watch you and Storm, and then I watched you also with the psychic people as well.
Yeah, that was a fun life. That was.
Yeah, I got the last bit of the where the girl was telling you about how your apartment was laid out, and I was like, damn, I missed it. I wish I would have caught it, but I missed it, and you were tripping out about it.
I was. But yeah, there's so many ways. There's so many ways. Did you just snap that shit out of the sky?
No, I literally opened my fucking door and it flew out.
Oh, what a
Like
good
what a
little
G,
fly.
dude. That shit was
What a
going
G.
so quick around my apartment. It was like zooming, bro. And it
What a
flew out on
G.
me. I opened my door and like 2 seconds later, it literally flew through. I was like, let's fucking go.
Yo, W fly in the comment
I
section.
definitely need to do my research though, but I'm just thinking, like from my opinion and from what I'm surrounded by in my life, like with people in my life, like my friends and family and etc., that like from the outside looking in, it seems like a choice. Like I think that in my opinion, like I think that some men and women are truly actually like gay and they have no choice to be it, but like I think like 85% of the population is just going with it because it's like a trend. It's like a new thing and it has a bunch of
No, so like the reason why we're seeing an increase in the population that is like identified as gay, Casey, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Is because acceptance in society has become significantly to a greater extent.
right. And I
Right,
think
and we saw the same thing with people being left-handed throughout society. Like for example, it was like not accepted to be left-handed for a long time. John, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. And it was like actually looked at like in a negative way. Right, but once it became more acceptable in society, it shot up to around like 11-12% of the population, right, really quickly, and then it flattened out. So that likely the same thing is happening right now when it relates to gay people.
right, I can see that, but at the same time, like that's the same thing I think about. Like if you give an analogy about a kid that grows up in a home that does drugs, like the two parents do drugs, most likely they're going to grow up and do drugs.
So like I mean, I don't think that's necessarily true. One, two, yeah,
But
sure. Like if there's more of an acceptable household when it relates to drug usage, sure, they're probably more likely to do drugs.
but then it's also the flip side as well. You know, two parents could be doing drugs and the kid not do anything at all because it's a choice.
Yeah, no. I'm just saying, let's accept your conclusion here. I don't necessarily believe it, but let's accept your conclusion here, right? What does that tell us?
it's a choice to do drugs?
Well, it's not a choice to do drugs. Like if you're talking about an addiction, addiction's not going to be a choice, right? It is going to be the case that like you can choose. What's up?
Like when you first started the addiction, it was a choice.
Sure.
Before it came.
I mean, before the addiction started, yeah.
Right. So that's all I'm saying is like that's like I have like two of those. Like I think that they remind me of the same thing in my opinion, in my head. Like, if you grow up around like, an uncle that was gay, or like two men in the household that were gay, or, something like that, maybe you're in your head, like you're like, oh, maybe I should be this way instead of the other way. That's just my
So like you would only be gay, like in any context like that, if it was the case that you already have that type of attraction, right? Like if you grow up in an accepting household, that doesn't mean you're going to be gay. There are many individuals that grow up in accepting households that aren't gay.
Right, and
right, and I don't think so can you give me any evidence that growing up in a gay household increases or causes someone to be gay?
No, I can't. I'm just telling you my opinion. I'm just seeing to where like we're just surrounded by it. So I don't have a problem. Again, I don't have a problem with gay people at all. But I'm just saying, in my opinion, like maybe it's acceptable because like everyone's doing it or more people has. But y'all have studies on that, so I see that. But I'm just saying, like the drug reason too. I mean, drugs go way back in the 80s and stuff like that. So like if two parents or, an aunt were doing drugs around kids, they might grow up and do the same thing. And then once they're like, sometimes this happens too. Once they're like, 25, they either get clean or they become straight. And it's because their mind's at the mental, form and the maturity to see what they actually want in life.
So you're just saying that people aren't mature and that's the reason why they're gay?
No, not necessarily like mature enough. I'm just saying like to truly know what they want in life.
So like I think that people can truly identify what they want when it relates to their sexuality.
Like
it's just oftentimes in society there is like something that's expected from them. It's expected from them that they're supposed to be straight, right? So it is the case that people will try to fulfill this type of narrative in their head as that's what's expected from them, right? But it isn't the case that this is necessarily who they are. Right, it's called compulsory heterosexuality because it's expected of them. Yeah, it's because it's expected of an individual that they will then try to engage with this phenomenon or to think of themselves in terms of that, even if they have attraction towards the same sex.
So what does it mean? So you're saying that if you're attracted or if you get a BONER to a man, and you're a man, that doesn't necessarily make you gay. Is that what you're saying?
No, that's not what I'm saying. Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much for the 6 month. I appreciate it. I don't see how you got that, honestly.
Right. No, I'm just thinking in my head. I know what you're saying. They're supposed to be straight, like from society standpoint. I know that. I understand that part.
Yeah, like they're expected of that, and that's why like oftentimes people in these circumstances might think of themselves within that context, as it is the case that this is what's expected from them.
Right. So why couldn't it work the other way as well, is what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
If you're growing up in a society where the gay community is like a big thing.
Accepted.
Accepted.
It's literally just accepted. You're okay being gay and you're okay being straight. I don't see how that's influencing people to be gay. I don't see how that's influencing people to be straight. I think that's a better society. Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. Because now we pressure people to be straight.
Yeah, people should just
in society
do what they actually want to do, rather what it is.
Yeah, and we can only do so if we say to accept and normalize being gay.
Right, and it's just like, and to me, I think of it just like marijuana. Back in the day, it was like they would look at it like a hard drug. But as time became,
it's still kind of looked at that way by a lot of people. But yeah, people in our generation don't look at it that way.
It's legal in like many states. Like they started making.
Oh, I know it's legal in many states. I'm just saying like in the conservative areas.
They have smoke shops. You can go to places and smoke.
Yeah, and like if you live in California.
Right, but
which I do, but like living in Iowa, you're not going to get anything. You're going to maybe medical stuff.
Right, but what is a cop literally going to do if they stop you and you have a joint on you? Nothing. But if you probably have
it depends where you are, but like they've been becoming more lax on that stuff.
Right.
Isabella, I appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much for the 4 months.
Most of the time, but didn't it grow over a time? Can't you agree that it grew?
That what grew again? Sorry.
Like marijuana, like in your opinion, like did it grow?
Oh, yeah, it's way more accepted now. I was not disputing that.
Right. So, and it's because we live in a world that a lot of people do it. So that's why I think.
Yeah, a lot more people do it. Sure, right? But like, I mean, again, right? It is the case that someone, right, when we're relating to sexuality, is not going to just become gay as like it is acceptable in society, right? Else, that would be the case that within the context of, say, like households, right? People are like,
I had a straight friend that was like I was friends with for like 9 years, and he became gay. And like, I didn't get mad at him or anything, but I was just talking to him and I was like, how are you just gonna like, cause he was with like women, like he had like 2 relationships that lasted, like one lasted 3 and then 4. And it is, in my opinions and who I'm surrounded by, like I have never really met someone that just been with one gender all their life. I've never met that.
You've never met someone who's only been with one gender?
I haven't personally, I haven't.
Me.
I know maybe they have. Like
I've only been with women.
Or the same person, right? But I'm just saying, like, if they're saying that their self is gay.
Seeing themselves as gay. Oh, there are many people in the comment section right now that are saying that.
So yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like, but I'm just saying, me personally, I have never met someone like, or like 2 elderly couples.
Yeah, there are many people in the chat. Look at chat right now.
Yeah,
I've only been. Look at Jace right here. I've only been with men.
I've only been with men. Okay.
Pete, I've only been with men.
Yeah, I'm looking at Pete. Nicole, me.
Nicole's only been with women. Look at all the people right now. Jerry, only men.
Jerry. Yeah, then that's fine. But me personally, I have never like met someone in like person. You know what I mean? Like I have never like met someone that has been only with the same sex. I have met people that has been with both sexes, and then they tell me that they're gay or they're straight lesbian. And so
yeah. I mean, because of the idea of compulsory heterosexuality, right? But I mean, again, this doesn't justify whether or not being gay is wrong, right? So, do you have an argument for why being gay is wrong?
No, I was just saying that it's a choice because that's what I'm surrounded in, and
also, this isn't real life, lol.
Do what?
No, I'm trolling because, like you said, like in real life, right? This literally is real life.
No, like my life is what I'm saying. Like I'm referring to like real life, like to me, like surrounded, like what I'm surrounded by.
The internet isn't real life to you?
No, like in person. Come on now, like in person.
Okay, yeah. So again, right? Why does that have to be the case for you to recognize this, though?
Because if it's so common, why haven't I encountered it?
Like because of the bubble knit community that you sort of have.
Well, yeah, like I go places. I have like we have get-togethers. I have parties. I've been everywhere, but I only meet the people that was saying that I was gay for this amount, and then I go back. So that's why I always think that it's a choice.
Yeah. So again, that's something that again I think here. Let's clarify this. Let's go back to the idea, right, that I was referencing earlier. You know how I brought up a scenario where it is the case that, right, 2 people who are older, they can't be attracted to the opposite partner that they have?
Yeah.
If they can't be attracted, then they can't choose their sexuality. Or with their sexual attraction here. Because if they could choose their sexual attraction, well, then they would have it. So, like, the whole existence of these individuals just proves the idea that it's a choice.
That's what I think. That it is a choice, but that's what I'm surrounded with, and that's what.
So then why can't they choose?
I don't know, because they're older, I guess. Like when you tell me that, I think of.
So what about being older removes your ability to choose? Wait, so are you saying that gay people who are older didn't choose their sexuality?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, in general, like, when you say that to me, I think of, like, 2 people that are together can't be sexually aroused by one another. So I'm like, maybe they're older. And
they can't be sexually attracted to each other, and they're really trying to.
This just goes back to the ED example. You know what I mean? It's like everyone can choose their sexuality.
Essentially similar, yeah.
Everyone can choose their sexuality apart from old people and men with ED, apparently.
So
according to
everybody
you.
can choose their sexuality, but they can't. You're born gay.
Sexual orientation. So sexual arousals.
So again, when people say that they're born gay or they're born straight, the idea is that you are born with the characteristics to be gay, the characteristics to be straight, the same way that like I'm born with the characteristics to be rational. Right? It just takes a bit for it to develop, right? The same way that like I didn't have attraction until I was like 5 years old. I'm straight.
Do you think that you could ever choose to be gay?
No, honestly, I can't.
See, that's it right
There you go.
Right,
There you go.
but that's me, right? But I'm just saying, like, about people who I've met in life. In my opinion, like, I've never met someone that was just like,
well, Randy,
straight. You're born straight. You're born gay. But I have never met someone that was really like that in person.
Yeah, Jay, I appreciate that, Cash App. Well, Randy, I hope you have a good night here. I think we're gonna go to move on to the next guest.
All right, y'all have a
I
good night.
appreciate you for your time.
Thank you so much. All right. Do you want to do another one, or what do you want to do?
Oh shit! Do you want to hop right to it? I'm down with that. I got some homework to do tonight, so I'm with it.
I don't want to keep you up too late. Should we do one more, chat, or should we go over to the live battles right now, chat? Should we go over to the live battles? What do y'all think? Yes, one more. I know they're always gonna ask for one more.
Let's do one more.
Yeah, one more. All right, we'll do one more, and then we're gonna go on to the battles. Everyone, let's see if we got Jonathan. Everyone, I'll let you take it away.
Sweet. What's up, Jonathan? How old are you?
There, you just loaded in.
Oh, sorry. I keep forgetting. Hello, Jonathan. You gotta get off the pause. You gotta go back onto TikTok. You could hear my voice. This isn't God. This is Dean fucking Withers. Honestly, might be
Dean fucking essentially the same person. Did you see God was on my live this morning?
Yo, God was on your live. That's crazy.
Like seriously, like actually, he literally claimed to be God, like unironically.
Oh, yes, I did watch it. That guy was fucking crazy. That guy was crazy. I was watching
Dude,
that.
that shit was wild.
I was watching that. That was so fucking entertaining, man. Hello, how old are you?
19.
Sweet, what year were you born in?
2004, May 13th.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Do you think it's wrong or moral to be gay?
I think it's wrong, and I've been watching live for a while. I genuinely just have like one question for you, because I heard you say something that really, really, really disturbed me. I heard you say that pedophilia is, I don't know if I can say that on here, but I heard you say that that's not a mental illness. Did you mean that?
As defined by the DSM, I was in reference to the DSM-5 when I said that. The DSM-5 does not classify that as a mental illness, no.
What do you think? Because, people classify a lot of things. What do you think? Do you view that as mental illness?
So yeah, actually, I would, and I have justification for that.
Can you explain that?
Yeah, sure. So, my justification when I call, P30ophilia as a mental illness, would basically be, a necessary correlation between, that attraction and the actions, that occur when you act upon that attraction. So, in the sense that, if you were to act upon this attraction, you would necessarily see harm. And this is inevitable. It would it's intrinsic to this attraction exists moral wrongdoings, right? So this is why I would classify this as an illness or a disorder of some sorts. But the same thing couldn't be said about homosexuality to any regard whatsoever. So I wouldn't try to draw that analogy if I were you. But anyways, I hope I answered your question. Why do you think that being gay is wrong?
Because it goes against, physics and science and biology.
Okay, what physics, science, and biology does it go against? Yeah, what physics does it go against? Yeah,
honestly, you engaging in gay intercourse is violating the laws of physics.
I still don't really understand though, because you just said
can I ask you a question? What law of physics does homosexuality violate?
You still didn't answer my question, because earlier, you brought up. You said that I don't even care about that. I'm more worried about the fact that you literally brought up a freaking study.
Did I
that
not
said
just
that-
give you a fucking whole answer?
What?
You just said I didn't answer your question. I completely answered your question. The DSM-5 does not classify it as a disorder or an illness. You then asked me for my thoughts. I said I do, and I gave you my justification as
The
to why.
attraction or the action?
What?
Which one do you classify as a mental illness? The attraction or the action?
Oh, well, the action isn't going to be a mental illness, right? So, of course, the attraction. Thank you for the fruit hat.
All right, so you
yeah. We would both be like, we both wouldn't make like really understand what they mean by saying the mental illness would be the action, right? Generally speaking, those conditions we would say that it would be like the brain state, the mental state. Right? The action would just be what we consider as the crime.
Right.
And again, I classified that brain state as a mental illness due to its necessary dependency upon harm if enacted upon, right? So anyways, now answer my question. What law, principle, or concept of physics does homosexuality violate?
Well, why do you think that, me personally, I view, why do you think that one attraction is a mental illness, but the other isn't?
Hey, we can talk about that in a second. Can you answer the question first?
Well, you're talking about I didn't mean to say physics.
Okay, what law, principle, or rule of biology does homosexuality violate?
Well, naturally, relationships are between, specifically sexual relationships are between adult men and adult women. That's what I think.
Sure. Can you define naturally for me?
Humans, natural, like the natural human beings.
So you just used the word natural in the definition of naturally. So you can't do that. So define naturally.
Naturally, I just look at the definition.
It's going to say existing in or caused by nature.
Yeah. Existing under nature, yeah.
So I think that homosexuality is going to be existing in or caused by nature. For the existing in nature part, we could refer to us as Homo sapiens sapiens, or the other 3,000 animal species in which we observe it in. As far as the caused by nature part, I could just refer to like this study that shows a correlation between the size of the anterior commissure and sexual orientation, or this study which shows a correlation or association in the genome, or this study that would also show an association or correlation in the genome. So, I mean, this would basically be like counteracting your earlier point when you said it is unnatural to be gay. Because under the definition of natural in which you just gave, homosexuality would classify as that.
Wait, you said 3,000, so 3,000 species of animals engage in that. There are organisms and animals that reproduce by themselves. So
right, asexual reproduction. Indeed.
Yeah, so it's kind of crazy that like the fact that you got to go to an animal, you have to obviously not you, but the LGBT, the fact that they have to lower themselves to animals and compare themselves to animals to justify whatever they do is sad to me.
We'd only bring that up in response to people bringing up the natural point.
Wait, what?
No one's making the claim that because it's natural means it's good.
Right. And not to mention that, like, I mean, how would you go about saying that heterosexuality exists in nature?
Almost all of the organisms go through.
So you would have to compare yourself to animals and organisms too. Why the fuck are you as a straight man reducing yourself to an animal? Why are you comparing yourself? No. Well, that's so crazy to me that the straight community has to compare themselves to animals.
I don't compare.
Are you saying that you're an animal?
We literally are animals, by the way.
It's the LGBT that compares himself to animals.
Again, no, that was not our claim. No one here is claiming that because it's natural, that's good. Like, no one's making that fucking claim, dude.
Okay, so cool. All right,
can you discredit my notion? Can you actually challenge my notion at all? Thank you.
What do you wait? So you agree that
you define natural?
Is insanity natural?
Isn't? Yeah, sure. I mean, actually, yeah. So we could like relate like dendritic decay to some like notion of like psychosis.
All right, so like let's talk about like what goes against. So all right, so I'm happy you say like just because natural doesn't mean that it's right. Okay, cool. So how is LGBT or homosexual? How is that right? Can you explain how it's right?
Yeah, because
Yeah, so we don't consider it to be right or wrong. It simply just is, the same way that being straight isn't right or wrong. There's not a claim that you should be straight. There's not a claim that you should be gay. There's not a claim that you shouldn't be gay, and there's not a claim that you shouldn't be straight. It simply just is, the same way that if I walk out into the woods, I pick up a rock, that it's not going to be wrong or right for me to pick up that rock. It simply just is that I picked up the rock.
Yeah, not to mention that I think it's funny that you just related, like these words just came out of your mouth. I'm so happy that you're not correlate.
But Parker's a lot more
Yeah,
logical.
no, whoa,
Parker,
bro,
can I ask you
no, chill. No, I'm not done talking.
Just one thing you said. Wait.
I'm not done talking. No, you're not gonna win this war. You're not gonna win this. You're not gonna win this war, Shine. You're not gonna win this war. You're not gonna win this war. Yeah, don't act like it. Don't act like a 6-year-old. Don't act like a 6-year-old. Don't act like a 6-year-old, bro. I'm not. This isn't fucking daycare. Look, Parker isn't your babysitter. Like, we're not getting paid $30 an hour to take care of you. So get your act together, put your big boy pants on, and sit back and listen.
It's too loud. Oh my god.
You're really not gonna win this game with me,
bro. Shut up, bro. Bro, what are you saying, bro? Oh my god.
I mean, the last time I got this type of feedback from a peer was like possibly in middle school. Did you lie to us about your age?
Wait, so Parker, I have a question. So you were
just again, like I'm not. You can't just like cut me off and say that you're not gonna like. No, seriously, like you're really not gonna win this one, Shine. I no. Like you're seriously not. Like so, see, like when like I'm addressing you.
Wait, so
we're seriously like this is you're not gonna.
Shine, he's not gonna stop. You might as well just engage with this point.
I'm not gonna stop. I'm seriously not gonna stop. So, anyways, like the point in which was trying to be made by myself, was that you said to me, at least you do not deem what is moral or immoral based upon what is natural or unnatural, right? And I find this contradictory because your earlier justification as to why being gay was immoral was because it was unnatural.
Well, I still believe that it's not natural, but I still, but like I don't even have to use that because like y'all agree that natural doesn't mean right. So what you just said, that being having a same sex relationships, that you just said it's not right or wrong. All right, cool. So if somebody has an attraction to kids, is that not right or wrong either? Not engaging in that, but just are you saying that's not right or wrong either?
Right. So I would classify this as wrong because of its like necessary correlation to if it was enacted upon the harm in which it would cause.
So, but we're not talking about the action but think about it. Parker, you just said somebody picking up a rock is not just, it's not right or wrong. You know what I mean? So somebody could throw that rock at another person and kill them. So
then it would be wrong, right? Because then it would be unjustified killing of that individual. It's not wrong to just have picked up the rock, but it's wrong to have thrown that rock insofar as that it violated the rights of another individual, right? But in this scenario, right, there's no violation of rights when two adult consenting individuals are engaging in intercourse. But with the case in which you're talking about with the minor and the adult, there is the minor cannot meaningfully consent to the adult. So therefore, there'd be a violation of the rights of the minor.
Right, 100%. But wait, so I'm confused. So you think that the action alone is wrong? Wait. So you think that an action, so basically what your intention is with that action, the intention would also be wrong? So it just depends on your intention.
What do you mean by the intention?
Because like, for example, so let's just say, because like the reason why I'm even bringing this up is because I feel like a lot of people will use, the same arguments that LGBT use. A lot of those people will use that to justify doing very harmful things. Me personally, I don't think, although I don't agree with, homosexuality or any of that.
Why do you think homosexuality is wrong?
Wait, what?
Why do you think homosexuality is wrong?
I don't think it's morally wrong, but I think it's wrong because it just goes, it's not really right. Like I don't think not morally wrong. That's not what I mean. Because
is it right, Brayden? Thank you for the subscription. I appreciate it. Is it right for me to pick up a rock from the ground?
Right? No, but like not right or wrong.
Then is it wrong?
No.
Okay.
So when you just said it was wrong because it wasn't really right,
but like certain
you wouldn't say that. You would say that it wasn't really right to pick up the rock either. So.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like certain laws though, they're just certain laws that just like it's wrong. You know what I mean? Like somebody being
Why is it wrong?
If somebody's born and their body is deformed, like if somebody's born without an arm or something, like that's wrong. Like that your body isn't supposed to be like that. Do you understand that? Right? Like, would you agree with that?
I'd say it's in the nature of humans to have 2 arms and 2 legs.
Right. So somebody with their body not performing how it should, that's wrong, right?
Appreciate the subscription. Thank you so much. No, we just say it's like not typical. So I'm confused, right? What do you mean by like wrong? Because like wrong would be applicable to like an action, and whether or not there's like a responsibility for that action. Appreciate the money gun. Thank you so much. If there's no action, I don't know what we'd say that there'd be is wrong or right.
I mean, yeah, like when I say wrong, like I'm not mean like morally wrong. I mean like just like how do I explain it? Like just like I mean, if your monitor won't like if your microphone won't work, if you keep speaking into it and it just sounds like static, that's wrong, right? Like it's not morally wrong, but it's wrong. Like your mic isn't working how it
Right.
should, right?
Because like
So
it
that's
was
a
the
different.
mic.
That's an equivocation then. Appreciate this, the handout. Thank
But
you so much.
how?
Like,
Because the mic was
like
designed.
I don't because we wouldn't use wrong in that way because we were referencing morally wrong, right? You're using wrong in like a, and it's not operating in the way in which I want it to operate, right? In
In a
terms of
prudential.
like function, right?
It's
Which isn't
prudential.
necessarily relating to like morals, right? Like in this sense, you'd be saying it's wrong for me to be like infertile,
Right. Then
right?
also not to
Because
mention.
I would prefer for myself to be fertile.
But being infertile, like it in a way, it's not normal though. Like do you think like being infertile is normal? Like it is. If you're infertile, your body is no longer. And obviously, as you grow
What do
older,
you mean by normal?
normal as in like how your body is supposed to function. Like if you're
So what do you mean
infertile,
by supposed to function?
how your body is naturally supposed to function. Like human
How it
beings
was
naturally.
designed to? How it was designed to function?
Yeah.
Like the properties it typically has?
Yeah. Design.
The
Yeah.
properties it typically has? Okay, so typically speaking, humans do not have white skin.
Is it wrong to be white? Typically speaking, men aren't over 6 foot. Is it wrong to be over 6 foot?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But like that doesn't
That's
put a
exactly
limit
what you
on your
said.
body, though. It doesn't stop your body from doing, regular stuff that you're supposed to do.
How do you know what you're supposed to do? And how do you know it's regular?
Okay, so if you were like
Oh wait, I have a
short
good
enough.
analogy. I have a good
Go
analogy.
ahead.
So was it wrong to be black, like biologically speaking, during the 1960s, when being black would stop them from going into most businesses because of Jim Crow laws?
No, that's not even analogous. But no.
Right, so this was a atypical trait of the human experience, in which would not allow them to do normal, regular things in which they were supposed to do. Yet it's not wrong, so it's a contradiction.
Wait, so like, are humans supposed to reproduce? Like, we're supposed to reproduce, or we stop living, correct?
We don't stop living if we don't reproduce. Like, if I don't have kids, I won't stop living.
Well,
But I think I know what you're talking
the
about.
world will stop going. Meaning,
Right. So is choosing to engage in intercourse with an infertile woman wrong?
not morally wrong, but it's not like engaging. It's more the woman. Like if you are infertile, like you're not morally wrong. You're not a bad person, but being infertile is not how the body is supposed to operate. That's just
I'm asking you, if I choose to engage in intercourse with an infertile woman, is that wrong?
no.
Why it results in no reproduction, in the same way that if a man chose to engage in intercourse with another man, it would result in no reproduction. Yet you're holding one to be wrong, but the other is not wrong.
Bruh, at the end of the day,
Contradiction.
at the end
Yeah,
of
at the end of the day,
being
that's a
infertile-
contradiction, buddy.
No,
We're
at
not
the end
talking
of the
about
day,
the.
we're
I
talking
know at the end of the
what
day,
body
buddy,
is
I'm not
supposed to do.
infertile. I'm choosing to engage in intercourse with one that is. Appreciate you for that, Galaxy. And you said that that's not wrong to choose to engage in intercourse with a woman that's infertile, right?
It's not how relationships are, like people are supposed to have, men and women are supposed to have kids. That's just what it is. People are supposed to reproduce. That's like what the
Right, but you
body
said
is
it
made
wasn't
to do.
wrong. But no, but okay. So you could hold that to be the case, but you still said it wasn't wrong, right?
Are well, like not more. I say it's wrong, not morally wrong, but
Sean,
it
you
is
already
wrong.
said
Yeah.
it wasn't wrong. No,
All
now
right,
you're
no,
tripping
no,
up on
no,
your
no.
words.
It
Are you
is
gonna
wrong.
recount
It
what you
is
already
wrong.
said?
Not morally,
No,
but
homie.
it's wrong.
Now you're just backpedaling.
No, it's all right. No, it's wrong. It's wrong. All right, so that's my answer. It's wrong, not morally wrong, but it's wrong because that's not how a relationship between two men and women, specifically sexual, is supposed to be.
How do you know how a relationship is supposed to be?
Because men and women have kids.
Men and women do have kids.
That's how the world continues going. Like, so it's like I'm talking. It's like I'm trying to explain this to a kindergarten. Like, just like can't grasp. Like, men and women are supposed to have kids to continue the world. Like, what?
Yeah, that's in accordance with like an end goal that we have, right? But us holding to that particular desire, right? That we like should do that in all circumstances, right? That's going to be something that is going to be relating to your particular preferences, right? If it is the case that, again, right, that you have like an inheritable disease, right? Should this person reproduce?
No. But
So
because something's wrong with that. Like if somebody so if a 25-year-old woman can't reproduce, if she's infertile, her being infertile, like I'm not ridiculing her. I'm not saying that she's morally wrong, but
thank
her
you subscription.
body,
Thank you so much.
but her body is not functioning the way the way a woman's body was created to function. So that by definition is wrong. Just like if your PC can't load Windows, your PC isn't morally wrong. It's not just, I'm not ridiculing your PC, but your PC is not performing how your PC was created to function, right?
I mean, if the PC was created not to load Windows, then would it still be operating wrong?
Yeah, bro, our bodies were created not to have kids.
Well, actually, let's take a look at that. Here's a study that shows a correlation between the size of the anterior commissure and sexual orientation, right? So gay men have larger anterior commissures.
I'm not gonna lie,
Here's
bro.
a study that shows an association to the
You
genome.
literally showed me a
Don't
study
stop
that
talking.
literally
Can
said
you
that
stop
a
talking?
grown
Can you
man
stop
having an
talking? Can
attraction
you?
to minors is not a mental illness. So I don't care about your studies, bro. You literally used a source
Oh my
that
God.
said that it's
I
perfectly
like
normal
this guy's
for
like
a
We
grown
we
man to have an
disagreed with the
attraction to a
DSM
minor.
one
So I don't
with this
really,
particular measure, and then two, right? We were just saying descriptively speaking, it was like this is in the DSM.
Yeah, but is that not disingenuous? Is that not weird? Like that's like a mental
That's
illness.
stating a fact of reality.
So you take that as a fact?
How is stating a fact
No,
of
we're
reality
stating a fact that this is
disingenuous?
what they consider.
All right, well, if they consider that a grown man is fully functioning and fully normal, if he likes kids, I don't give a fuck about that source. That source is wrong.
I don't think they
Stay
mean
far
fully
away from it.
functioning and fully normal, just given that standard. I don't think that's what they mean.
And then also, if you don't give a fuck about that source, let's not talk about the DSM, right? So this study doesn't come from the DSM. This study doesn't come from the DSM. This study doesn't come from the DSM or like the APA, which writes the DSM, right? And what these go to show is that like gay people are quite literally designed to be gay or to like not have kids because they have same-sex attractions. And like the analogy being made here is the fact that you said if a PC does not load Windows, that PC would be operating wrongly. Well, then I made the analogy, what if the PC was designed to not load Windows? Would it be operating wrongly?
Actually, wait, his thing with the PC is like relying upon this idea that like we're intelligently designed with a particular purpose. Because when we design a particular like computer, right, we put the intention into it, right? Because we're the ones that designed it. So
Right.
your claim here relies upon a God's existence.
Yeah, well, I'm not really, that's up to whatever people believe, but like to kind of
Are you religious?
me, yeah, I believe there is.
That's where that comes from. So like, do you know how to justify your position to me to then say that it's wrong because your religion?
No, bro, I haven't used religion a single time.
Yes, you have.
Right, but but that was more or less like a religion there. You were just using religion. Because you're positing that it's supposed to be this way because of religion.
No, that's not. I'm saying what our
That's
body
actually what you
is
just
able
appealed to.
do. I didn't bring up God a single time. I just said what our body is able to do.
You just appealed to intelligent design, which is bringing up God.
But didn't Dean do the same thing early, saying how our bodies were created?
So I think what he means in that context is that we happen to have these characteristics based upon natural predispositions. I don't think Dean is making the claim that like there was some sort of mind that created us that then gave us these like sets of conditions.
Right.
Like
So I mean,
I'm
like
saying
you
it in
are
the
making a
context,
necessary,
like I'm saying it in the
like appeal
context that
to a
you said.
god, but then all like you're making like an appeal to a god, and then I mean I just chose to refute that by showing you the fact that gay people are biologically designed to be gay.
Well,
But then
can
you'd
you
also just
dive
have
more
to
into that?
justify your god.
Could you say more about that, like how they are designed? Like, can you explain that, please?
Yeah, so like gay people have larger interior commissures, which is like a lining of nerves between like the hemispheres of the brain. We also see like differing physicalities in the AI NH3 subsection of the hypothalamus, like dendritic density, neuronic substructure, levels of neurohormones such as FSH, the amount of neurons in it, so like it correlates to the size of it. We also see different associations in the genome. We see like one association, the XQ23 chromosome. There's quite a bit. There's quite a bit that we see.
Okay, so basically, gay people's brains were born differently than other types of people, and that's why their computer, or that's why what they do is justified, and like that's fine because they were always like that, and their brains were differently.
That's not what justifies it as being okay. This is just what shows the absurdity in your position when you say that they were designed to be straight, because they were quite literally biologically designed to be gay.
Okay, well, if there's other like say, so what about other type of people? What about if somebody's attracted to animals, were their brains designed differently?
I wouldn't have any empirics to back that notion.
Okay, well, let's just say their brains were designed differently.
Okay.
I would bet anything that it was, which was designed. That's a crazy word, but let's say their brains were just born differently. They have something. How does that like? What does that mean? Like, how does that like? What? That doesn't even make
It would
sense.
just mean that they were born differently, right?
Right, but that's still wrong, though, right?
Yeah, but it's not wrong because of anything to do with how they were designed. It's wrong because that action would prelude to non-consensual intercourse, and non-consensual intercourse is bad. Does homosexuality prelude to non-consensual intercourse?
No, well, obviously they
So
both.
then we're going to see an obvious symmetry breaker between these two ideas, and you can't like correlate them to one another.
Wait, so all right, just to be clear, I'm gonna leave in a sec, but like, I just want to be very, very abundantly like I want to understand what you're saying, okay? Like to the very least, I may not agree, but I want to understand. So when you're talking about whatever they call that weird shit, like people being attracted to animals, people being attracted to all of that, you're saying that they're and even well, and even gay people, whatever. You're saying that the not the action, but the attraction is you're saying that the attraction is not abnormal at all. There's nothing wrong with it. The only thing that's wrong is the action. That's what you're saying. That's
What do you mean by normal again?
Well, normal as in like how the human brain is naturally. Well, I can't use that. How our bodies just are. You know what I mean? Like is that
How
what
our
you're saying?
bodies just are. That I don't think that means that's what we mean by normal, but we don't. I wouldn't say just because our body is a particular way that means that we're normal for that.
But me personally,
Right, like for example, right, someone could have an extremely rare genetic condition.
Right.
Right. Is that normal?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, that violates it because that's how their body naturally is.
Yeah, but that's not no. But like, well, so do you
That's a
think being
perfect
gay is
analogy,
normal?
bro.
Do you think that that's normal?
It's like the unwillingness to like accept analogies after so long.
I'm hearing your analogy, but it doesn't make
Does it
sense
ever
because you're
does it
saying
ever
that
start to
My
like just
analogy,
like
that
drive,
analogy was literally perfect. I don't know what you're talking about.
does it ever start to just drive you crazy a little bit, Parker?
A little bit. Appreciate the gamer cat. Thank you.
wait, Parker, wait. So you just said that homosexuality is in quotation marks normal because their brains were designed that way, right? Or like their brains were born that way, right? Is that what you say? Like, is that what you're saying?
I don't believe in design, like intelligent design.
I mean, like, well, can you explain it the way you said it? Like, if you can.
Like what I consider to be normal. What I mean by normal is acceptable. It's
Acceptable.
acceptable to be gay.
All right, cool. So, what do you mean by what do you mean by acceptable?
Under my view, there's nothing wrong with being gay.
All right, there's nothing wrong. So morally, we agree because at the end of the day, 1,000 people could be gay. They aren't hurting anybody. That's not my problem. That not
Yeah.
my
So
problem.
so here let me clarify this way. There's nothing wrong with being gay or engaging in consenting adult intercourse. That's gay.
So that's your all right, cool. But like, what do you tell a 5-year-old like? There's nothing wrong. Like this is completely. How do I explain? Like this is completely normal. Like there's nothing abnormal about this.
Right.
It means that it's acceptable to act upon.
It's acceptable to act upon, and it's not a choice. It's natural. It's a natural occurrence. It's hard coded into and it should probably be
hard coded
societally
into
accepted.
them. That's a weird argument. That's a weird argument.
No, just use those standard that I went off of first.
All right, so
There's nothing wrong with acting upon it.
Okay, there's